Hey, we love that umbrella guy. All right. Thank you.
I'm calling from Los Angeles, and I'm having a little problem under the name ThATuMBRELLAgUY. I sent him my phone number at least 20 times in the chat and told him to call me. He ignored me. I'm a man. I filed the report. If you guys could take a look at it and give me a call back, I would love to hear what you guys can do to help us. We really need to kind of stop this guy at least until Monday. I told him to call me.
You know what? I talk to your man.
like my haters, like my coffee extra mad and bitter. And then they're loyal like juice, so yeah, the man's a quitter. He's strapped face up behind the platinum grill. My style faceless, just pick these mic skills. And in the street killer, I will not be denied. That I'm mic'd up, I raise my head with pride. A force of nature cruising the whip, doing walk-bys on your boulevard. Face my verbal clip. In this land of live streams, baby, I'm on the road. Got my feet on the media, scraping them up my soles. It's that umbrella guy facing the accusers. Cleated out size 14s, crushing all those losers. It's that umbrella guy, they said we couldn't make it. Never ask permission, just sense I'll go and take it. The media buzzwords, they will never save you. Listen and believe it's meant to enslave you. Challenging the hypocrites, and baby, I'm on fire. They flash titles like they're royalty, but it's true that I'm a journalist. Scribble nursey rhymes, one in this grill in a basket, with a tisket and a tasket, and their morals in a casket. No morals in a casket. They're always pushing make-believe and weaving straw to gold, but I'm sick of all the fairy tales and buying what I'm sold. Strolling into the backyard, taking truth on tour, baby, there is sickness, and that umbrella guy's got the cure. Look, it's that umbrella guy knocking at the door. No more ministry of truth than the plot of 1984. They're dumping all my verbal clips, the case is filled with knowledge. They're on the mic like kindergarten, and I'm taking them to college. Why the mask, baby? Cause this has to be a crime. I'll take the mic and boom, they're in the chalk outline. I used to throw elbows, but now I'm dropping nukes. You wrote another hit piece, isn't that cute? And the worst part, they'll never learn it before the stakes start channeling, crash and burn. They pretend that we need to get their permission. That umbrella guy crushing their ambitions. You're not my competition, it's that umbrella. It's that umbrella guy steamrolling them out for fun. Mic check, mic wreck, paging this army of one. There's no hesitation, no doubt, not even a scintilla. The Tokyo baby and me, I'm Godzilla. Crushing them like Godzilla, like Godzilla.
What's up, folks? It has been a fun day so far. We have had threats from ye old John Cook. That's right. He's been threatening myself and Megan Fox. You had a guy that gave up on those two, now saying, why don't they leave him alone? You have Lynette Preston claiming there has been no discovery in any of their cases. And you have the 911 girls. Holy moly, man. It has been a great one so far. I mean, these people, man. Tomorrow I'll probably do, today we'll do the 911. They are amazing. And tomorrow I think we'll probably do a stream, you know, the before Hales goes live. We'll probably do a stream tomorrow and talk about the threats and the craziness. I mean, Lynette Preston is of the opinion they have had no discovery yet. That's what she's telling people. Now that's either it's one of two things. Either she legit believes that, and that goes to her understanding of the federal case, or she's telling people something to just try to shield herself. She thinks that by the way, the expert report that they had, you know, the one with the expert, she should look up her expert that they provided her, by the way. If Lynette Preston thinks she has a handwriting expert, she should actually look up the name of the expert. Again, we've either she or a friend has been listening. So again, listen to this. Look the name of the person up. Look them up with controversy and see how they have been excluded from so many cases. It's not funny. Why were they? Because they are terrible. They're absolutely terrible. If that was their plan to go with, if they have been told, if that's what they've been banking on, and that's why they were holding on to these cases and not trying to figure out how the hell to get out of it, man. If their so-called lawyer told them that's the way they're going to go, oh my God, they're in for a terrible, terrible shock. Oh my God, because that's beyond. She also posted about how she had been betrayed by the 2L gang. How's that? Because well, they posted her child's likeness without her approval, which again, that's pretty messed up considering they've been doing it for a long time. Yeah, so much goodness. So much fun. I tell you, Preston. And but Preston apparently doesn't want our help with anything. That's fine. I hope you never recover your money then. That'll be awesome. You know, one day you're gonna be sitting around, you're gonna be like, man, I really wish that we had air conditioning in this hot ass shed of ours. And you're going to think, if I only had all that money there, all that money that person screwed us out of. And it's going to dawn on you, oh, wait a minute. You and your idiot man, you decided threatening people like ourselves when we offered to help would be the great way to go forward. So cool. You know, enjoy your hot ass shed, and I hope you enjoy the people that you linked up with. It's funny that John Cook is still placating those, and so is 2L is claiming that Michelle Preston is still placating them too. So it's pretty funny. I think that's amazing because they have everything under the law. They could call law enforcement and get it done, but no, they're not going to. Now that tells you again one of two things: either these people, there's a lot known about them, which is possible, which is very possible, you know, or, But today there was an amazing video dropped. Oh my gosh, you know, I love it. It was about police officers, 911. Oh my goodness. You just, you are not going to believe what all comes up with this. I was like, are you kidding me? Now, oh my gosh. If you've not watched the Hales video from today, by the way, you've missed out on one of the greatest things ever. I did hit him up, just a note. I did hit him up and tell him that I was going to definitely cover that if he was good to go. with it, and he is definitely good to go with it. So I'm not stealing views from him or anything. I don't want you thinking that, but you do need to channel over some love and some views. I got to rate her real fast before I start up on everything. Come here, kiddo. What you doing?
I am watching
Hey, come
TV,
here.
but my
Come here,
TV's
come here.
horrible.
It's horrible.
Yeah, because it doesn't walk.
It does work.
But it doesn't walk because it won't start my show that I want.
Yeah, well, tell Sissy to set it up for you. Tell her to help you. Okay, maybe it needs to be reset.
I'm just playing that me, am I?
Oh yeah, you're playing Adopt Me on your quote unquote telephone. She has a plastic. She has a
Because I
a
can't
toy
have a
phone
phone.
and an imaginary game. Yeah, what's a game called? Adopt Me, which is where you adopt pets.
Yes.
Yeah, is it fun?
Yes.
Yeah. She's playing, she's playing, like I said, when she's talking about her phone, she's got a toy phone. Okay, well, come here. Talk for a minute before you run off.
Hey,
Yeah, okay.
everyone.
Have you been great today? We are having what we call a lazy day, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's where we don't have to do any crazy or nothing. We just get to sit around and
Watch
relax.
TV or go to bed.
Yeah, we get to rest or play with toys or whatever, you know. But we are having a lazy day.
Yep.
That is a Saturday we don't have to go anywhere. That's what we've been trying to have a little bit of that, you know, toward the end of it at least. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Yeah. And somebody is enjoying the heck out of it. Somebody likes to cut a rug for real. Hey, come here.
I'm a cuddle rug.
Yeah, cut a rug. You've been dancing and goofing off, you know. Oh man, look who that is. Is that the Floofy Cat?
Floofy cat.
Oh man. Floofy Cat says, the Overlord say hi to the bug. How you doing?
Good.
Good. She's excitable today, as always.
I love a floofy cat.
Yeah, you love the Floofy Cat. Hey, Jane sent a gifted membership. Can you say thank you for the gifted membership?
Thank you for giving me a shit.
She's like, I don't know what that means. All right, hey, here, take your phone. You dropped it. I about dropped it, rather. Dude, all right. Hey, come here. Give me my hug. Give me my hug and kiss. You gotta go upstairs, okay? I'm gonna cover this. Give me a kiss. Well, yeah, they're sending hearts and love.
Why is it so red and yellow?
They're just sending you a bunch of them. Here, give me a kiss, though. All right, I'll go upstairs. Hey, do me a favor. Close my door, too, okay? All right.
Where did all the Walmart come from?
The what?
The Walmart stuff?
Oh, we had a Walmart run. We had to have waters and everything. We were out of waters and everything. You know?
That's why you got the apple juices too?
Yeah, there's apple juices and
strawberries?
yes, do not eat all the strawberry. Do not take them and run off with them. You can have some, but don't eat them all. Okay?
Okay, I'll eat it.
Oh my goodness. She's excited. She's like, there's strawberries. I was like, yeah, don't eat them all. She ran off with the whole thing. She didn't realize we were getting everything today. All right, well, check this out, folks. You're gonna love this, by the way. And by the way, David, thank you too. All of you folks too. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for being here. I'm telling you, like some of the stuff. So over the last couple of days, I mean, there have been some wild posts too. Let me just note a couple of things first. First of all, it's funny because LP is claiming that she is stunned now. Stunned, I say, by what these people have done. And yet, like I said, they've decided while they're doing this to still try to prove to their crowd of idiots over there that they've not betrayed them. You know, that they will still not go after the money. I'm telling you, they must have something on her big time. But she's horrified, I say, because she didn't know that these people, they had monetized her kid. I thought that was something else. If that's true, then wow. But at the same time, like I said, John Cook has decided to threaten myself and Megan. They're going to sue us. He's going to sue us. Good luck, clown. By the way, it's really funny when you've been arrested. You also you've been accused of some pretty horrendous shit by the person that lives in your house, and according to her, by the child there. It's amazing. You've been accused of some horrendous shit on body cam. In fact, the things that you said about Hales, they've kind of said about you. So that's the way you can interpret those letters. So I would say if you feel like you need to sue somebody, maybe look a little closer to home. It's a sad dog. This is something. Let me note that. Like I said, I think I will do a live stream introducing you to all that wonderful tomorrow, because we got a bunch today to cover. But I do want to I do want to say that it is, as I posted, it's a pretty sad dog that barks at that the people that said, yeah, we'll help you, when they're really barking for the people that ripped you off with $100,000 while you're living in a fucking shed with a little child, reportedly without power, mind you. That is how 2L and them have reported, without power. That's what they've been saying. So I don't know if that's true or not, but still, the shed's bad enough. While weirdos apparently profited off your children because you're too inept to actually protect them from scammers. So you're commenting on their stuff. Are you kidding me? What a loser, man. What an absolute loser. So you go ahead and you bark, because this person right here, yeah, you're going to have a lot of trouble feeding me to alligators, son. I'm a Southern boy through and through. I'm not a transplant to these areas. Why don't you ride out here and say some of those things that you say? Why don't you walk your ass all the way down the road and come down here and tell me those things? Because I can tell you, I'm not at all for some old man with a fucking walker he's got a bigger mouth than a brain. It's pretty funny. This dude, he thinks he's a badass, man. Time passed you by, loser. Time passed you by. And you had your great grift. You do, but instead you've attached to these people. And that's not my fault. It's not my fault they scammed you. I think it's funny. You still want to go along with the socially acceptable people to attack. You want to be like, Randy's going to be he's going to be disbarred. Okay. Yeah, okay, we'll see how that goes. And they want to tell the world too that they've not had discovery yet. It's really interesting. That's the kind of stuff that ends up in a court filing, by the way, because that is so dumb. Today, though, like I said, we are going to cover these wonderful 911 calls. Now, we will cover it with the Hales video because I think this is pretty good stuff. If you have not, by the way, for some reason, I have no idea why you would not have been subscribed to a Hales, but if for some reason you are not, you definitely should, and give this video today some love, because this video, I mean, man, this stuff is crazy. I don't even know how to tell you how wild some of this stuff is. It is next level crazy. I'm serious. By the way, too, I actually forgot to tag today's video. We still had 2,000 of you find it despite that. That's amazing. I can always tell. Saturdays are such a slow day anyway. The Friday, Saturday thing because of the weekend, which makes sense. But 2,000 of you still found here. So I appreciate it. Let people know we're live if you would. Also, hit that like button. That like button loves that. It loves it when you make sure that it's told that it's appreciated. So hit it. And if you'd like to go further, like to help out Ye-Yo channel with some Ye-Yo breadsticks, that is appreciated too. So let's check this out today. This should be a lot of fun. Oh man, 911, baby. if you have not, even if you've seen it, this is going to be good. Like I said, give the channel that came from some love. Let's do it. Let me turn that up. Here we go.
I'm going to listen to some of the most disturbing 911 calls I've heard since Lynette called Levy County Sheriff to report that there was human fecal matter in her survey stake holes. Now, you may think that's silly, but when you're going to hear Leslie Ann Federigos, otherwise known as...
By the way, if you've never heard the, yeah, there's fecal matter in the post holes, that's a pretty weird one. That's a pretty weird one. But that's also, remember that's the same one where they're talking about the kid whacked in the mouth. So that's the disturbing part of that one.
Lips, and her husband Michael Federigos, otherwise known as Dorito Chips. You can think of it as Lips and Chips, calling about the...
Oh, by the way, too, they were saying calling them Doritos was apparently racist, but she has confirmed that Doritos is indeed white. So how does that work? You know, how does that work indeed? I don't understand how you whine about racism and yet you're like, yeah, you know, we're good to go. We're good to go on the identity thing. Again, they just want to be oppressed. They want to claim that terrible things are happening. It's so amazing.
Internet. In an 8-minute phone call, Leslie Lips, she cries about her internet being taken away 12 times in 8 minutes.
Hello? Yes. It's not, I'm not afraid that I'm going to be hit or anything like that. The problem is if I have a disagreement with my husband, he shuts my internet down where I can't get on the internet. I can't communicate with people. And this is what's going on right now.
Now remember, this is a 911 call, okay? This is an emergency call. So she is calling 911 to report that when she gets in a disagreement that her husband, he is so cruel and so unusual that he shuts off her internet. I mean, this is legit. This is a FOIA'd 911 call. Man.
Receipts, proof, timelines, screenshots are important, and a pattern, a life pattern of malicious and abuse of prosecution is important because Leslie Ann Federigos, Doritos, Lips here, she's being sued by me and George and my business and Megan Fox and that umbrella guy for malicious prosecution and abuse of that. And you're going, how in the world does she get involved in this? And her husband, yeah, her husband's being sued as well.
That's right.
And it's funny because Palaguano at one point was gloating. Jeremy's now being sued by major lawyers. Major mess ups is what they are.
By the way, too, if you're wondering about this, what's fascinating about it again. So with those folks, if you don't understand like how messed up their claims for prosecution, check this out. I'll put this right back up in just a second. But look at this. This is the docket for that. Look at all the claims that she has. Now she's calling 911 about her hubby. Okay. And again, this is 100% public, you know, this is all FOIA. So it's all covered under that. But this is, when you look at the docket and you look at the claims, I mean, she's made some pretty horrible claims and then just dropped them, you know, and then picked up, dropped them. And she'll in this call talk about that kind of stuff. It's the same thing that she does to other people. It's the same things like she tries to do with us. She opened up a lawsuit. She'll make all these wild claims and then it's gone. Also, I mean, she's done that to, they've done it to not one, but two banks with process servers, the crazy stuff that they've claimed. They've also claimed about ex-employees, family member. I mean, it is something else to see. I mean, it is next level madness. But anyway, let's go back to our video. Like I said, people really need to check out that docket. If you've never heard anything about it, again, these people, they they go out and they abuse the system. That's part of the lawsuit. They're absolutely abusing it when they do things like they're doing.
Not only am I and George and my business and others suing these two, there's over 10 other law firms that are suing them for the exact same
16
things.
lawyers.
You see, what happened is the anti-what-the-hales ecosystem that Bruce Matskin, who's being sued in federal court as well, he put together, established, and brought other paid-for-hired harassers in. Well, they brought these two in as well. And Leslie, she filed a malicious lawsuit against me and George and my business. And instead of waiting to be served, as she continued to promote all over line that I was evading service, I waived service.
Okay, is this a house?
On top of that, too, and the one thing that should be added in that as well, she not only brought litigation, but then she took her litigation and she inserted it on a state level. In a case with the thumbnail lawsuit, she inserted it into the federal system with the Fed lawsuits, and she inserted it into the protective orders as well. So she took this that she never was going to move forward with, and she decided to try to use it as a bludgeon to prove, and I put prove, quote unquote, prove claims against this guy that had. So, I mean, it's wild stuff. Again, if people have kept up with it, it's the stuff she did in just a few months was so malicious. And so there were so many attempts at damaging and defaming. I mean, it's next level. And she and her husband are lawyers. I mean, they should know better, or at least she was a lawyer, I should say. She's a lawyer that, quote unquote, retired in lieu of discipline. So let's continue. So
yes, it's a house, and I don't want people. I don't want the cops showing up. We live in a nice neighborhood. I don't want like police sirens and all. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't know what to do because he shuts everything down. And I have no way to communicate with anybody. Okay, what's his name? His name is. This is something he does all the time to me. Is he intoxicated? No, he's not. This is he just thinks it's okay to shut my internet down, to hide my car keys so I can't leave. And like I said, he's not physical. He doesn't hurt me or like try to like punch me or anything. He's not physical with me. He just keeps me hostage to where I can't leave the house if I want to leave.
Ironic, she's crying to.
Now that kind of stuff too. Just to know, these are the kind of things that get people hurt badly. When you go in and you call 911 and you tell them things that are not true, they dispatch officers. I'm sure most of you have seen videos of what can potentially happen to folks during a 911 call. These are the kind of things that could get somebody hurt and very badly. And again, remember, she is calling 911 over internet. She's saying that when they argue, he cuts off her internet access. How? I have no idea. I'm curious how he's throttling out her internet, you know? I mean, seriously. Yeah. He's hiding her car keys. Apparently, she's mentioned that she's had police out there before because of car keys. You also think about, again, that is abuse of service too. You know, when you think about the abuse of or rather, she's abusing all types of government resources. She abuses process. You know, she abuses these governmental services with the police. She's having them out again over car key, over allegations of someone hiding her car keys. And yet, in the 911 call, she will say that she can't leave, and she's asked in a 911 call. They ask her, "Well, is he keeping you from walking out of the house?" And she's like, "Well, no, but I have kids." So she makes these claims that include her children in it, you know. And oh my God, some of the other stuff that. let's just say there's more of these. Holy moly. Let's continue.
The law enforcement agency that she doesn't have internet. Okay. What is that? 2-3 times now? And she's used internet to get herself in trouble big time. As a matter of fact, she went out, she bought jeremybhales.com, and then that rerouted to just some horrible, horrible things that she's done in regards to defamation of myself.
See, there are people that do that well. Like there are people I know that actually can take something, reroute it, and when they reroute, they like reroute to a channel, for example. Hi, that's funny, nothing there that is damaging or defaming. But she went on, and outside of that, she noted that she was trying to hijack the SEO, search engine optimization. She wanted you to find out certain things about the people she was doing that to. So it wasn't just that she picked it up. It wasn't a ha, look at what I'm doing. It was an attempt at malicious conduct. She wanted you to find defaming materials. So
other domain names. She has so many accounts under alt accounts or sock puppets. What I mean by sock puppet is you put a sock on. It's not you. It's pretending to be you. It's fake, right? It's not a real account. It's a real person using it, pretending to be a real person, but it's not a real person. It's a fictitious name. Emails. It just goes on and on. This individual thrives on the chaos that she creates in other people's lives, the damage and destruction that she can create. And now she's crying that the vehicle to get there is gone. Her husband took it. Oh, yeah. And her car keys.
Remember, too, in her claims where she brought litigation against hubby, remember that she was claiming that other things that were horrible and she needed to add in against him were things like him videotaping her. Remember, that was a claim too. He videotapes me. Now, dealing with a person like that, I would 100% videotape them too. I'd videotape for my safety faux show. In fact, it's now in certain. Now, before you cut him a poor man, that blank check there. He is involved in this stuff too. So when you look at it and you're laughing about it, you're like, oh my God, remember, he is also part of this issue. So let's continue.
An actual vehicle.
Okay, is he preventing you from leaving? Like he won't let you walk he's preventing me. And I don't know where he is. He's hiding somewhere in the house. He shut my internet down. I can't turn my internet on.
If her husband is hiding from her in the house, maybe the internet isn't the only thing those gigantic lips can't turn on.
That's crazy too. I mean, he's in the house somewhere hiding from me. What a he is somehow he's a monster. Well, what is he doing right now? He's hiding from me. Huh. Now, of course, one of the things you learn too with police calls is that calls like this, like I said, you get a person that, now again, I want to preface this by saying there are people that need 911 services. And if you do need them, call for sure. But there are people that do this kind of stuff. And if you get some hot rod cop in there that thinks there's a damsel in distress, he's coming into this service, and he's locked and loaded. He has that mindset that something bad is happening. Like I said, that's a way to get somebody hurt. You could get the person you called about. You could get your kids hurt that way. I mean, that's a terrible situation. She doesn't care. And she knows better. Again, we are talking about lawyers, whatever status, however much trouble you've been in, she knows better. But the internet, I mean, this sounds so mentally ill when you say it. But 911, what's your emergency? My husband is cutting off my internet.
Are you not able to walk out the door or no? No, I walked out the door, but I have children and my children are sleeping and I can't leave my children. Do you understand? But
see, that's that statement right there. Is he restraining you? Because the 911 operator, this 911 operator does a good job with this question here, because the inference that is drawn from her statement is that he is somehow in some way restraining her from leaving the home. Like I said, that's dangerous. And if the 911 operator did not further explore that question, that could be a problem. But even then, she is utilizing it. This is the same thing that she does also. So this isn't the only 911 calls. You know, there's a few things that it came up. All right. And well, that's the bludgeon that she likes to use. She used it in the court filings too. Remember when she was talking about Shizzy? When he said, you know, hey, if you try to go after me and my identity, then that could be bad. And she was like, he's threatening my family. He's threatening me. Yeah, well, it's the same thing. I would not believe this person with any claim. I hate to say, like, that it's a sad world because other people are impacted. People that have real problems. This is why I rail against false allegations, by the way. If you don't understand that, this is why. Because false accusers hurt real victims. They are taking services away from real victims right here in this mess. And on top of that, you know, if there's a person that needs help after you hear these things, you are less likely to believe another person. And if they need help, it's a sad world that people like this create. You know, and of course, people, when you say that, people like to point the anger toward the person saying that. But really, you need to point that toward the people that cause people to think like that in the first place. So let's continue.
The problem is, yeah, so it's like, I'm not going to leave my kids. I mean, my kids are sleeping. They don't even know this is going on. But this is what he does constantly to me. I've had police over here before because he's hidden my car keys. And I'm just. So
you catch that. I've had police over here before because he's hidden my car keys. Now, again, I don't even know if the throttling my internet thing is real. Even if it is real, it's like, really? But who knows if this is just a thing that she creates in her head, if this is some type of retaliation against somebody, you know, because she got in an argument and she needs the one up and the police are the perfect one up. You know, hey, you don't lockstep with me. Oh, you're going to get the popo. I mean, but the kids don't know about it. So it's such a dastardly thing that the kids don't even know what's going on. That's wild. Let's continue.
Is he really there right now? No, he's somewhere here, but he's hiding somewhere on our property, and I couldn't even tell you where he's at.
That definitely sounds like everybody else in the anti-what-the-hales ecosystem. You got Deuce, who fled to Armenia again. Yeah, he's definitely there, according to his wife. If you could,
yeah, that's a posting thing. By the way, when people have been saying that it's definitely reality that they're posting about being there. So yeah, so that's why the flight too, that keeps coming up. And you know, that's seems to have happened before. I mean, if we go by his articles that he's written in the past. So, but yeah, you've got that guy. Well, that's interesting. Let's continue.
You call that a wife, Toma. And, oh, wait, you've got Dodgy Robbie, who's scared of blue tape. Oh, my goodness. How in the world could...
Oh, by the way, Lisa, you absolute idiot. So what we found out, she was like, I did a request from the police, and I got materials, and Jeremy says he can't. That's an absolute lie. Well, actually, who controls those materials? Oh, who's fulfilling those requests? Let me see. So the whole complaint there is that somebody's not allowing that stuff to go out. So you're actually making the point that Jeremy made. He can't get his FOIA requests in, and they know how to do a FOIA request. How the fuck do you think we watch these things? How do you think we end up with police reports? How do you think we end up with a lot of the stuff we do? We have input FOIA, and they've done quite a bit of FOIA. You know, they've made requests to Levy County, you know, to Otter Creek. They've had plenty, so they've had a lot of practice at it. Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, because what they've done is they've admitted, yeah, I can get it, but other people, for some reason, they can't. I wonder why that might be. Let's continue.
We not be afraid of blue tape. Oh, and his wife, who isn't supplying records requests through Sumter County Sheriff Department, even though she's closing the records request, stating that it's completed. And then you got Fleesa stating, well, I got the records.
It's so dumb.
Fleesa, in all of her genius, is actually proving our point that other people are getting the records, and yet we aren't.
Dumb.
Huh. Nice. Thanks. Listen, if I ever get as foolish and as ignorant and as dumb as these people, please stop me from being online. But until then,
into that, man. If I ever get to that point, oh Lord, I actually think there should be a requisite, like an intelligence test that is required for some people to pick up a microphone and say things. But unfortunately, there isn't. And you have a lot of morons. My God. You look at some of these folks too. You listen to them. You can tell. I mean, it's amazing. What amazes me, I think the biggest wake-up call about the ecosystem, though, for most people out there, is the fact that some of these folks were practicing lawyers, or there are practicing lawyers involved. Isn't that frightening? Like, that's why I say, when you go out and you pick up a lawyer, you don't pick up some unknown element. When I went and I needed a lawyer, I picked up a lawyer that not only had great reviews, that's important, but I picked up a lawyer that had been reviewed by opposition. And the opposition had stated that this person's a monster. They took everything. I was like, that's who I want. I want somebody that's a monster. I want my own monster. But when you find lawyers, if you can't find any information, or when you look, they've never had a negative review or anything. You know, if a person's a 1 out of 5 all the way across the board, that's frightening. If they only have like 1 or 2 1 out of 5s, and that's it, that's a huge caution issue. They have none. That is too. And that is pretty much a lot of the ecosystem. You know, God, these people, man, it blows my mind. I should never know more than one of these people that has either been a lawyer or is currently practicing law. I should not be able to sit down with a case and be like, this is the outcome. Why are you doing this or this? Anyway, let's continue.
And we'll keep serving up you're going to court. You're going to be held accountable. What you're doing is wrong, immoral, and illegal.
He took off. I don't have, I can't get onto my internet. He shuts it down on me. He thinks this is some sort of game.
What's your name?
Because my name is.
Shut off my internet.
The thing is, I have a pending divorce on him right now. And I've filed divorce on him before. And what he used to do is he would prevent me from filing divorce by shutting my internet down.
Now wait. Some truth, because Lips has stated publicly online.
Wait, though. But I don't understand that statement. She said that I have a pending divorce. That means it's ongoing, right? It's ongoing. And then she says that he takes away my access to the internet to keep me from filing divorce. Well, how is he taking away your access to the internet to keep you from filing divorce if you have a divorce that's in process? How does that work? Oh my God. I mean, imagine being in it. This sounds like some awful, awful chaos, especially considering there are kids involved, man. Like, well, wow. I don't know. I don't know. But law enforcement, I can't believe law enforcement. And the fact that I realize they roll their eyes about this and like, oh my God. But if you've had multiple calls out there for things like keys and other shit, after a while you'd be like, yeah, don't do this anymore. Let's continue.
That she's only filed for divorce to maintain assets. In other words,
Yes,
let's say George and I are married and now all of the assets are in both of our names. But if we file for divorce and somebody's coming after my assets, like the anti-what-the-hales ecosystem is doing, by the way, Scott Stark passed away and we pray for his family. We wouldn't wish that upon anybody, but you realize if I would have passed away, the entire anti-what-the-hales ecosystem would have been after every single penny, every crumb, every morsel of my wealth that they could have gotten their hands on.
Oh, by the way, Miss Stark has been posting too and saying that she is down to like $600 or $700. And I've noticed that the anti-what-the-hales ecosystem hasn't done a fucking thing ever to help that lady. Now, if they start grifting on her, that's bad too. That is. But they abandoned those people. They did. While Scott Stark was alive, they abandoned them. And in the aftermath, they abandoned them. They got them involved in some craziness. They told them, man, here's a fat payday. And look at, I believe that it shortened the man's life. I do. I believe they took some, and again, I'm not taking away any blame from these people either. They got involved. It is their fault they got involved. But afterwards, just like the case with so many of these folks, once they get tired of them, look at Lynette Preston. Once they are done with them, they've had their fill. What did they do? They abandoned her. They dropped her off on the side of the road. Now, again, people like John are too stupid to realize what they have done to them. I mean, he is, God. You meet dumb people in your life. You run across them. But that guy, I mean, he is the epitome. He should be like a billboard of please avoid if, Oh, Lord, what an idiot. Anyway, let me continue.
Everything. They would have never stopped. So they're going after the wealth. So what they're doing is Lips has stated publicly that she's filed for divorce to save all the assets in her name while creditors go after Doritos, her husband.
Yep.
But we're finding out the truth here when it comes straight down to it with a 9.
She said that, interestingly enough, and I was wondering this too. I wonder if any of those creditors have ever heard about that. And that's not true anyway. Like it's an absolute lie when she said that too. That would work if we hadn't seen what she stated. See, if you were just trying to hide assets, if you were going about that, you would separate, but you don't claim that somebody's some kind of a monster. You don't claim, and again, she wants to pretend she's actually, she tried doxing Megan, swatting Megan, I would say, not doxing, but swatting. If you don't know what swatting is, by the way, that's where you make false reports. So police come in hot and heavy on people's houses. Hopefully, like for them, they want a SWAT team to arrive. But I mean, that's terrible when you think about it. But when you look at the cases when she's brought against Michael. Like the first one, the lead case that comes up, that it noted she had dissolution of marriage for some of them, but one of them she claimed DV with kids or with children. So, I mean, you really drink that in. That's not you going and hiding assets with the other person. You can go in and you can make a claim that doesn't include that kind of stuff. That's the kind of life-wrecking material that you run across. That's the insanity portion. That blows my mind. Let's continue.
911 call, which, by the way, complete and total misuse of resources in this county. Oh my goodness. I can't even imagine having to be the one to take these ridiculous calls. Oh, there's so many more. We're going through them all. This is just where we're starting, because the internet, which she used
they're wild.
Get herself
in
court.
They are wild
She's
calls.
being sued for what she has said.
They are wild calls, by the way. Yeah, that's one of the things. Going through the FOIA requests, seeing what all is there. Man, some of these will make you laugh. Like this one is absurd. It is patently absurd. You know, when you listen to it, you're like, internet, really? Some of them will make you very, very angry, because you'll sit down and you'll think, she said, what now? And again, some of the claims, she tried to blame the police in and point them at people like us. She tried to use that lawsuit that she filed. She tried to use that freaking lawsuit as a way to bring police to other folks' home and to shut down channels, you know, aka to interrupt business. She did everything that she could, and the police found that there was nothing there. We were sharing public material. So, whoopsie. So let's continue.
What she has done on the internet, including rebroadcasting revenge, we'll just call it corn, but you can drop that C and put on the P.
And I've had the police come before over here. Like I said, he hides my car keys. He actually tinkered on my car to where he broke my car to where I can't even drive my car anymore. So we have one car that we use, and he hides the keys so I can't leave. He shuts the internet down, and this is his fault.
The other thing I wondered too, she talks about like them only having one car now. Might it be they have a car, only one car, not because of some grand conspiracy against her, but because they are besieged by creditors that are taking away everything currently? I mean, could that be the reason that there's only one vehicle? I mean, again, she turns that into part of the ye old grand conspiracy. This is a person, too. I wonder if she misplaces her keys and calls the police. Oh, my God, they've been stolen from me. Oh, my God, my car keys. He hid them along with my internet signal. Please, can you come out and teach him a lesson? But yeah, I can't leave my house. Ma'am, can you walk out the front? Yeah, I could walk out the front door, but the internet signal is blocking me.
Form of abuse.
Just so we're all on the same page, you're listening to a permanently retired lawyer. Permanent meaning she can never be licensed in the state of Florida again. Now, she could seek out license in other states, but they're going to look at her history and her past. And one of the things they're looking at right now is the lawsuit that we have against her. Her using the court systems to maliciously attack people, as she's done to myself and to George. Now, she's very open about her mental issues as well. Why in the world would the bar grant a license to an individual who is unable to handle that responsibility? That's one of the biggest questions.
Oh, Lord. I was going through a case. Like, listen to this. This is wild, real quick. This tells you about what the bar allows with mental issues, though. So there was a lady that ended up getting arrested because a police officer, there's a video on this online, too. You can watch it at your leisure. You can look it up. She taps on a police officer's window after he cuts her off going into a McDonald's and almost causes a wreck. She ends up getting arrested because the police officer, they didn't like being called out on that. And of course she sues and wins. She gets a settlement. But part of the reason that she has a problem, she gets a public defender. The public defender right away, this is no joke. This is documented. You can look this stuff as crazy case. Her public defender right away starts hitting her up, wanting to go out for coffee. And then before she even has a chance to be like, yeah, whatever, he starts hitting her up for, let's just say certain types of explicit relations. And she's like, what? And it turns out he's like, oh, sorry about that. I just got out of a mental health hole. So he got out of a mental health home and came right back to being a public defender. So when the point in that is, they allow a lot of stuff. When you look at the bar, it's like, okay, let's continue. There's no way they keep up with these people. I mean, it takes a lot to get into the situation that she did, man. Whoa.
I would ask the bar in this whole situation. So while she's claiming her husband, Doritos, is bussing her, it would seem to me he's actually trying to put some type of hedge of protection around her so she doesn't do anything else foolish to harm herself or others. And frankly, he and those kids that you heard of are others that are being harmed by her actions online.
Yeah.
They may lose everything they have in court.
It's not physical. It's not like he's hitting me.
I think I heard somebody. Let me check. What's up? I knew you couldn't resist today. I knew it. I was like, there's no way you'll be able to resist these calls. No way.
Then you pulled out the vocal fry, and I was like, damn it, Tug. Now I have to join.
Oh my God, I've got to go here.
My God, I have no internet. Oh my God, 911. Please come. I have no internet. I do have cell phone service and I can leave my house and everything is fine. And my husband's not an abuser, even though I said he wasn't.
No, wait. But first you're like, I actually can't live in my home. I can't walk out the front. Well, can you walk out there? Well, maybe. I can't walk out.
Wait, we're not on my favorite part yet, though, which is the part where she can't describe what she's wearing.
That's wild.
It's a bodysuit. Pink.
What color is it, ma'am? Well, it's sort of pink and
white striped or blue or something.
It's blue. Oh my God.
I'm going to go put something else on. So it's none of the things I told you are going to be true when you get here.
That was these are again, this is just a small taste of the insanity too. Wait till we get to the swatting one. Holy shit. Yeah. Dude, she brought in everybody. She's like, oh my God, totally. There
are people on the internet making fun of me.
Yeah.
Now I am quoting, I'm not making this up. This is not, I'm going to give you a direct quote from another recording coming up. Here's the direct quote. They're making fun of my lips. They're calling me lips.
Yes, she called 911 to tell 911 that we were laughing at her lips, And I'm like, but lady, you named your channel Hot Lips.
Yeah.
Like, how in the world are we not supposed to comment on that?
Listen, chat. Tug has pulled out his vocal fry. That is worth some breadsticks. Like serious vocal fry breadsticks. Because he has not pulled out the vocal fry in like a very long time. Not since like the Laura Owens case.
That's true. I am damaging my vocal cords and my brain cells for you.
You need to support it, okay? Because this does not happen very often.
It's amazing.
Really,
between this and the threats today, and
it will make the haters so mad that they cannot hit their 10 super chat. That they have like a 10 super chat goal, and they can get like 4.
Oh, they were mad about it the other night. They really were. Like they were like, oh my God, you people. I mean, they were complaining. They actually complained about not getting any support. Yeah.
Oh, that's fabulous. It does. It makes them so mad when they see you guys raining breadsticks down on Tug. So
I thought today, by the way,
make it rain.
Noting a random thing here. I thought it was funny that I saw Ray commenting, and Ray was like, this is the guy who abandoned these people and made it clear in a video. And then when we were like, hey, we'll help you with the money, he was like, why don't they leave them alone?
Which is so weird because we're like, we'll get you your money back.
We'll help you. We'll actually help you. And
by the way, John Cook, you don't scare me either.
What a coward. What a fucking coward, dude.
And how do you turn around and threaten us for offering to help you get your money back? Guess what? The offer is now rescinded. Now I wouldn't help you get your money back, if it would help me in some way, which it wouldn't.
No, you know what? I still would do it because it would amuse me. I wouldn't help you, John Cook. I would not help you, John Cook, ever. Like John Cook, it has nothing to do with you. But I would be very amused to watch. That scares them. Why do you think they called that out? Because they're afraid. They are afraid that she will take us up on our offer, and they're afraid because they may be able to threaten her and be like, no, you can't find out about how much money. Oh, you want to bet? You want to bet we can't find out? You really want to do that? Okay, Lynette, hit us up. I'll show you. We fucking can get out. We will find out how much money there is. We will find out how much money was given. We'll find out everything. We will overturn. Oh, God.
Oh, speaking of, I have found another channel. Now, this is very interesting. Mm-hmm. I have found another channel that has been live streaming about this. And it appears to be listened to by a lot of ex-fans of the ecosystem. And they are sharing their stories over there about the money that was ripped off from them.
Oh, really?
Yes. And it's looking like I listened to like all of them, and basically the woman who is doing the channel, I don't know if she wants to be talked about, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'll just say it's out there. I'm not gonna give the name of it just yet because it seems like she's enjoying being under the radar.
Yeah, but they will harass you, lady. I mean, unfortunately, that is the reality. They go after anybody who complains. So
so I don't want to out her just in case, but the interesting thing about it is that there are a bunch of people, including the person who paid for the Afghan. I've seen Miyagi over there, all in the chat, asking questions, giving information about, hey, I ordered these rocks. I spent $100. I never got them. Apparently this person is collecting a whole bunch of stories from disillusioned ecosystem fans. And she's getting ready to put them out there. And I think it's really interesting because this is not just about, the other drama. This is about its own separate thing. This is about a YouTube channel that has ripped people off. And it's getting seen. They're starting to talk. So this is going to be, I'm keeping my eye on it. I see Miyagi in the chat. Miyagi knows who I'm talking about. Miyagi, I'm keeping my eye on it. I'm going to keep listening over there. So if there's anything that they want me to know, I'm listening. Just saying.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. They may be able to suppress smaller channels too. But good fucking luck suppressing like me or Megan. Good luck, because that's not going to happen. We're not going to back off of it either. See, the scamming thing does bother me. And let's make it clear too. It's not a case of, hey, I forgot about something or there were shipping problems or whatever. I mean, we're talking about just out and out disrespect. Like the story about what happened with the Afghan. My Lord, man.
Oh, and by the way, every time that Felisa says, email me directly, if you want to know, like, email me. You're supposed to email me directly. If you ask for your stuff back, you have to ask for it, in my email. Well, these people who are reporting on this channel are saying we did email her and we got no response. And it's not just one person. It's not two people. It is a whole bunch of people who ordered things from her, those rocks and the weird crystals and stuff, and never got anything and never got a response back from her either.
See, that's another aspect of all of this story too. So you have these people that put together a business. It is a anti-Jeremy Hale's business. They they sell items, and they don't arrive. That's very odd, huh? That's what folks are reporting anyway.
And then when she says you have to contact me directly, don't ask questions in the chat. You can't contact her directly either. She just doesn't respond, which is the same thing as she's telling Only Me, Only Me knows he has to send her an email directly. Well, she never responds. Of course he has already tried to contact her directly. She doesn't respond.
Oh, yeah, that was
public. But publicly, she keeps saying that she will respond on email, but she doesn't.
So wild, man. It's so wild that it took longer than I thought for some of this stuff to start to implode. It took a couple more months. I figured it would implode a little faster, but the money kept coming in. So as long as it reminds me of a pyramid scheme. As long as the money keeps flowing in, somehow in some way things were quiet. But once the money starts drying up, suddenly in lieu of the money, you're starting to hear the stories. You're starting to hear the complaints. And you're also hearing another thing from today. Again, I'm going to bring all this up tomorrow. I think I will do an early stream for stuff. But one of the other things is Lynette Preston saying that they've never had discovery yet.
Oh my God, that was so crazy. We never did discovery. Yeah, you were ordered to turn it over like 2 times and you didn't. I don't know if your lawyer just didn't tell you, but yeah, you were ordered to turn it over and you missed the deadline and you turned over nothing.
Yeah, because somebody asked, she brought up that handwriting expert, and people were like, that's part of discovery. You realize that. Yeah, you should have already done all of that. And she was like, we haven't even had discovery yet. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you missed it.
I mean, it's just amazing to me.
And if you don't turn in your discovery, guess what? You don't get to use it. So anything you think you have that's evidence against what Jeremy Hales is saying, you have now missed out on the opportunity to use it. Now, I guess we're still waiting on the judge to decide what's going to happen because you missed those deadlines. And she also thinks that she's out of the Fed cases.
Yeah. Yeah, that is mind blowing. She thinks that somehow the bankruptcy. See, this is the thing. I think that, and again, when I'm saying this is no excuse for her because she's supposed to know. But she has gotten such bad legal advice. I think she has a case against the lawyer that inserted himself into this mess. If he told her these things, oh my God. And they told her that. They told her, if you go down this bankruptcy road, you're going to get out of this stuff scot-free.
Yep. I believe that she has as valid of a case against him as Laura Owens does against David Gingras. Mm-hmm. And I think she's got one too. Bad legal advice, malpractice, basically.
It's actually
I think she should look into it. I think she should talk to a lawyer and find out. Because my God, if he told her she didn't have to turn over anything in discovery, that is not true.
No, that's not true at all. You have to, you can't just say, well, it doesn't exist and then go in like the real kicker that caused them problems, the bankruptcy thing. They admitted that they have these things, that they exist. The telephone that was asked about, well, they admitted there were 3 different contracts that they're trying to write off. They gave time frames on this stuff. So, whoopsie.
Yeah, and it's funny to me that John Cook thinks he's going to sue anybody. Sir, you're involved in how many? 2 federal lawsuits right now.
Fuck that.
You're not going to sue anybody. You can't even sue. Oh, Siri thinks I'm talking to it because I said you can't sue anybody. And Siri thought it was.
Siri's like, nay, nay, nay.
Nay, nay, nay. He thinks he's going to do that to us? Like, no, sir.
He's living in a sweat box.
He got his camper repoed. Where are you going to come up with the money for the filing fees?
Not just the filing fees, dude. Like at one time, maybe you had a free lawyer that, they told you all of this. But like Preston, one of the things that she did say is she said, we're in a worse place now than before we met these people.
She did. And if he thinks that BBB is coming back to help him, I got news for you. I already scared him out of the country once. You think he's going to come back to tangle with me? I don't think so.
Oh,
I don't think so.
Like they're not, monetarily, they're not going to hang around. Like once they figured out that there was no payday in it, you notice everybody detached. Like that's the reality. So any lawsuit you think you're going to bring, sure, you guys can't get a lawyer. Like you can't get you have to crowdfund and beg for money to do.
Can you imagine a lawyer too, like a real one, who would take a look at their case and be like, oh yeah, I want this. I can't. Sorry.
Oh no. I mean, the statements that he's made too, the ones that, reported, and we can prove some of them because we have, we have the screenshots thanks to Shara. So some of that stuff. And oh my God, I would really love a chance to call out Levy County too for not investigating the whole Pew Pew incident as well. I would love to cause him some more.
He's a badass though. He does. He thinks he's scary.
He does. Yeah.
And you're not scary, John. You're a comedy act. Yeah.
I'm telling you, like I said, I'm an old Southern boy. I ain't a transplant. I ain't a Yankee. I'm an old Southern boy. And you want to come out here and you want to talk shit? You want to tell me you're going to feed me to something? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna watch you hobble your ass out here. We saw that.
Hobble on out here, John.
Yeah, he's gonna hobble all the way down here because they don't have working freaking domicile. What are they gonna do?
Hey, Room 26 one more time.
I hit the wrong button.
That's right. Why would you say that, John? No way.
I was looking to see if I had "Get Away from the Window, John," but I don't have it on the board.
That's sad, actually. That is sad.
I should also have, what did you want him to do? Jump a fucking fence? That one was funny.
We were asked a question. Let me say that, by the way. Do we think that, give me 1 second. Do we think that BBB bunged out to Armenia because he's afraid of being blamed for Stark? No, I don't think that's it. I think I don't think he likes liability and the potential for having problems. I think he knows that he has a loser of a case, like
and he's
everything with
sanctions.
Yeah, I mean they're in some real hot water here now. Unfortunately, with lawyers, reputationally, lawyers don't have the best reputation. So for them to be blamed for causing someone's end, and I do believe that before Stark got entangled in this, like you've said many times, I think that this whole matter, it shortened his lifespan. And that's 100% their fault. He had no idea what he got into. Now, again, that's no excuse for him, but that just shows what kind of people these are. Let's listen to some more of this, though. This is so good.
So good.
I like
the
Jeremy.
The bodysuit. I'm wearing a bodysuit.
Well, I like that Jeremy actually put together some commentary, too.
Yeah.
I like it when he puts together a video like this that can watch. Again, go watch his video. Give it 3 or 4 watches.
He's white.
He's white. Now, remember, we were accused of racism.
Wait a minute. He's white? Wait a minute. I thought he was like, as Hispanic as Speedy Gonzalez, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, we were told that if we called him Doritos, that we were somehow racist because, again, I guess the insinuation, these people talk about Alligator Alley, like weirdos like Marla. Talk about all Mexicans as illegals. They are all. So they're actually racist. And yet we're accused because Doritos to a white guy. As she said, he's white. He's white. So, okay. I think that clarifies that one, doesn't it?
She's gonna get even more specific and verify what we've already told you.
Yeah.
Great. He's full Greek.
What's the difference between
he's full Greek
and just so Greek? By the way, there are those that say that the name.
It's like having your Greek yogurt versus,
I mean, we know he's
full Greek.
She has like her own My Big Fat Greek Wedding nightmare going on, apparently, because her Greek mother-in-law doesn't like that he didn't marry a Greek girl. And so there's this whole anti-Greek sentiment apparently going on.
Well,
like they're Greek. They're Greek.
I wonder though, is it really because of Greek or is it because of
she's fucking crazy? It's probably the latter.
I'd be really upset if somebody married her too, because this sounds, she's calling the police right now, talking about the internet. I mean, holy God.
That's probably more of the reason why her mother-in-law hates her than the fact that she's not Greek.
Dude, if somebody sued my mom, that I was in a relationship with, I would 100%, I would flip the hell out. I wouldn't be like, yeah, that's not a big deal. I mean, I would lose my damn ever living mind.
She sued his brother.
What a nut, man.
And his best friend too. So she cut him off from all of his family, including his best friend, his childhood best friend.
That's amazing. But he is part of this. You'll hear him on 911 calls.
Oh yeah,
for other people.
He's 100% involved. Doritos.
Yeah, so I mean, there is no cutting him slack for it. He's definitely involved in this stuff too.
That we come up for these individuals, they are acist. You can throw an R on the top of that. Listen, I don't know anybody's cultural background, and frankly, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. What I care about is what you say and what you do, and that all stems from the heart. And if you're ugly on the inside, you're downright ugly on the outside.
That's right.
True.
Doritos, that rhymes with Ferdorigos, and I like it. Lips and chips.
Lips and
got
chips.
Dark hair, olive color skin.
Okay, and how old is he?
He's a lawyer.
Not a good one. Look at all of his reviews online. And he has stood by with full knowledge, as Lips has done this to us and so many others. No real professional lawyer would allow
that shotgun pleading, man. That alone says not good. When you're facing liability for you and your clients, when you're facing liability from 12 law firms, 16 different lawyers involved. I mean, the liability, I'm like, how much money is that? We're talking rolling into the six figures. I mean, that's some real liability there. God, craziness, man.
Allow this in their practice, in their home, in their children's lives. Something's way off about this couple.
He's an educated man, but this is what he does to me all the time.
And what color clothing does he have on right now?
I couldn't even tell you. I don't even know.
I don't know.
Him in the house?
He's such a monster.
I don't know what he's wearing.
He hides in the house. I'm imagining him like a Keebler elf popping out somewhere. He's.
I'm imagining him dressed like a ninja. She's like, I can't even tell. He's blending into the background. I don't know. He's just
like a shadow again. He looks like a bookshelf. You see him shuffle away, and he's got like a bookshelf on.
Yeah.
I like that.
I don't know.
He's
Maybe
dressed like a China cabinet.
It's a ghillie suit. He's like in the bushes. And I don't know. Like, I think he has a ghillie suit. And he's just blending in with the landscaping.
Oh my God, I could just imagine it. He's like, oh God, and he lays out.
He's just trying not to be seen by her, walking by with like a lampshade on his head.
The only way I found him last time is a dog tried to poo-poo on his back. He was in the ghillie suit again. Oh
He's
my
hiding
God.
from me. Turns off the internet and then he hides from me. It's like a thing he does.
Oh, I love it. I love that she called 911 over the internet. This is the
She's
most
probably
amazing
calling
shit.
911 again right now.
Yeah.
Oh my God. There are YouTubers and making fun of my 911 call. I'm ADA protected. And
she said that too. She told the police that. She did. That was one of her things. She told the police, you know what? I'm ADA protected. She did say that.
I'm an ADA protected person. And Tug, you have the wrong avatar for this evening. Where are your lips?
Oh my God. Let me get the inflatable.
Because this is a show about lips.
I don't know. I don't know about that. Actually, I want heavy Tug for some reason. That's what I want. He's so sexy.
Stop at that Tug. Okay,
yes,
fine.
That's right. He's hungry.
You couldn't put him in a
hungry for
ghillie suit. If you put him in a ghillie suit, we would still see him.
Oh my God. Maybe I need to make a Tug with a ghillie suit.
Wait, I have to go to ChatGPT now. I have to make myself in a ghillie suit.
Yeah, we need ghillie suit avatars right now. You know,
yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Oh
sorry, hold
God.
Please while we do this.
We need this real quick. I'm sorry, Chad.
Give this character.
I can't believe. When I first heard this, I was
how do you spell ghillie? GH something.
Let's see. Let me make sure. It's GHILLIE.
Oh, IE. I thought it was a Y. Okay, IE.
Come on, freaking download. I've got too much crap in my downloads. I'm gonna have to clear it all out. I was like, wait a minute. Okay, let's see there. I'm trying to find the right one with a good mask on. I need a basic avatar I pull out every time. I like that one. I like that one.
I like that one. All right, we need ghillie suits. We definitely need ghillie suits. That's definitely going to happen. That has to happen.
Okay, there's a perfect one. I found him. He's beautiful. Oh my God, man. I swear, though. Like these people are so insane. All right, so let's see. Take the face of this figure and make a body with a ghillie suit on. Make it a cartoon. All right, we'll see what it can.
Yep, ChatGPT has been faster lately. Have you noticed?
Yeah, they put in a GPT-5 now.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's working. Mine doesn't appear to be working. What is it doing? What are you doing? What is ChatGPT doing?
You're too slow, ChatGPT.
It
is actually
slow. It's lagging now today.
Yeah, you said something about it being better. That's what happened.
Yeah, now I get. Now it's not doing anything because I'm like, hey, you know what's been better recently?
It is. It's lagging out. That's exactly what it's doing.
You know? Oh well, while it's doing, I'll tell the chat a story.
There we go.
While these are working, but I went to see Train on Friday night, and it was a great concert and everything. But this is the second concert I have been at with my son, and older women, like grandma age women, I want to usually like in their 60s, feel like they can talk to him and touch him throughout the concert. I have had it. This is the second time it's happened. This woman was drunk and turning around. She was in front of us. She kept turning around to talk to and touch my son. She even touched my husband a few times. And I could see his face. He was like boiling over. He was ready.
He's 10? Is that right?
Yeah, my son is 10. And you should not put your hands on people's kids, by the way. If you don't know children, you don't touch them. Maybe a fist bump, like one, is okay. But this woman was like continually in his face, trying to get him to give her high fives, trying to dance with him. I was just like, oh my God, please stop. She was trying to talk to me, and it was just very, very uncomfortable. And this has happened at two concerts we've been at.
It's weird, man. It
is so weird. It is so weird. And I'm just public service announcement. Do not do this to children. Not that any of you would, but it's weird. And it made me so anxious. Good Lord.
The entitlement to that is so bizarre, you know?
Well, and if it were a man, let's be honest.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if it were a man, that man would be stopped. My husband would have been able to stop him. But because it's an older woman, like he doesn't feel like he can stop her. You know what I mean? And I didn't either. I was just like, oh God, what do we do? What do I do here? Like, he's uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable, but I don't want to upset this woman.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's not going to happen again.
You end up in a cancelization period. Yeah.
That's not going to happen again, because if anyone does, they're in for a rude awakening the next time that happens, because I'm not going to let my kid be put in that position anymore. That was awful.
Slow. I'm gonna.
Yeah, it's super slow. I gotta play some more.
It's terribly slow. Like, it's just set. I'm like, oh, yeah. Well, it could be because it's the weekend. A lot of people are using it too. Yeah. Let's go.
He has guns, but he has them hidden around the house.
This is dangerous right here too. So she's telling law enforcement that he has the old pew pew. She actually sounds like Lynette in here, because she's like, well, he has guns, but I like to hide them from him, you know? And it sounds just like Lynette Preston. That's the kind of stuff she said about Cook.
That I found, I've hidden, you know what I mean? Because I don't want him having access to them. I have gotten injunctions against him before. He promised.
See right there, this stuff. So he has guns. He hides them so she doesn't know. She has to hide them from him, and she has injunctions against them. Had them before. Again, this is how you get somebody hurt by police. They come in because they're expecting a pew pew open nail house. You know, they're gonna be on guard. I mean, seriously, we've seen how many videos of something. And again, you know, he, unfortunately, when we're talking about this, he is just as guilty as her, because he allows it to happen, you know? I mean, Lord.
Look at.
Mine's still, it's not processed. It is.
Mine's more.
It's got my hair.
Mine worked. Hold on.
It's got my hair so far. Like, whatever. Oh, my God. Oh my God, it's that is funny and creepy all at the same time. That is so bizarre. Oh my God, that's funny. Oh Lord, mine's got the top of the ghillie suit process. So far, it's that slow right now. Let's go.
Oh, wait, you don't have it shared.
Huh? Oh,
you don't have it shared.
Grab. I forgot.
We can't hear it.
Well, I wonder who took it off the
screen. Sorry, it was me.
Oh, my Lord, you devil.
I know.
You try to conceal his crimes. Oh, my God. I look like oh, my God, they made mine. Mine looks like a bush with an umbrella mask. That's this is hilarious. Oh my God, I love these. I'm gonna have to switch to mine in just a second. I'll show you the picture.
I mean, mine looks like I have a fox coming out of my stomach like aliens.
Look at that. I'm totally hidden here. I'm totally blending into this yellow wall. I'm just a potted plant. Oh my God. Oh my God, he's disappeared into the house again.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, I love it. I'm gonna have to make me some new ones. I'm gonna have to see if it can do it with them blending in. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, let's see. All right, I skipped back a couple of lines just to say, so whatever I missed.
He has guns, but he has them hidden around the house. The guns that I found, I've hidden, you know what I mean? Because I don't want him having access to them. I have gotten injunctions against him before. He promised to go to therapy. He never abided by that. And I don't know where he's at right now, but he's somewhere on this property, and he's hiding out right now. And he literally shut my internet down to where I can't use the internet. And I told him, I'm sorry.
She apologizes to the dispatcher. You got to realize one of the things that we asked from her is she connected with us. She wanted out of all of this litigation. She brought a frivolous lawsuit that she dropped it. And we went, no, no, no. You're not going to keep abusing the legal system. You're going to be held accountable. We're not letting you do this to destroy anybody else's life. And so she gave us a tremendous amount of information. There's text messages, there's emails, communications, phone calls, a lot with Felisa, a lot of direction coming from Felisa. We also requested public apology. Megan did, Tug did, public apology.
That's right.
And why is not the dispatcher asking about these freedom sticks that he's hiding, according to Lips? Now she's finding, and then she's re-hiding, and there's kids sleeping in the house. That's the first thing I would be focused.
That's actually a very creepy thing to be, because they're saying they're not securing anything. They're just hiding them somewhere. And if she doesn't know where these things are, you know, they're obviously not secured. So yeah, I mean, he's got a good point there. You're talking about something that would be that's a dangerous situation for everybody, but especially for kids.
Focused on 2 unstable individuals in the midst of a fight over internet, and she wants to know about a car. That's the last thing I could care about. Let's figure out where these freedom sticks are that he's hiding, she's hiding, while there's kids sleeping. Who knows what could happen under these circumstances?
What kind of car does he drive?
He drives a white Xterra. Or I don't know if it's an Xterra. I'm sorry. It's a white SUV.
She doesn't know what kind of car he drives?
Oh my God, they only have one vehicle too, remember?
She doesn't know what kind of car that she has.
If you continue to shut my internet down to where I cannot contact people, I cannot get on, you're going to force me to contact the police. And he still continues to do this to me.
Ironic, as we told her, she continues.
If you keep
That's so weird.
If you keep messing with my internet, I am going to call the police on you.
The next time you turn the internet off, I'm calling the cops.
Well, she, you know, I'm imagining her like she has some lag in her internet, and she, you know, she thinks, "Oh my God, he's doing it again to me."
Right, Spectrum is just down, and she's calling 911.
Oh my God.
This is like the woman who called 911 in the McDonald's drive-thru. They're out of chicken nuggets.
Oh man, by the way, I had a Wendy's Frosty brought to me, and they apparently are doing a Wednesday Addams thing there. So my Frosty says best served cold like revenge. It's like, what?
Nice.
The what? Yeah, that's pretty dark, you know.
To bring forth frivolous lawsuits, if she continues to buy up websites that redirect towards other defamatory websites, if she continues to contact us and harass us when we have told her over and over again to stop, that she would be in litigation. And here she is. Now she expects him to listen to her when she can't listen to. Wait, hold a second. She said she's a lawyer? She's a lawyer. She's supposed to know the law. And she willingly, maliciously has broken it. But she wants him to listen, not her. Remember, he's educated. Let me share something with you. I'm a little educated as well. Not only am I educated, I'm probably a lot educated. I did 4 years, my undergrad, in 2 years with a double major. I graduated with highest honors. I went and then did my master's degree. And I was an adjunct professor for fully accredited master's degree level college. I'm a little educated. Education means nothing.
Exactly.
You don't have common sense. And
well, it doesn't mean a lot anyway. You know, when you're dealing with these people, did they have a law license? I don't want to say do they, because well, you know, well about that. But did they? What does that really mean? You know, you passed a test. Okay, all right. You know, unfortunately, you cause a lot of problems too for many people, it looks like.
These two lack in that department by far. As a matter of fact, they remind me of Lynette and Crook.
They do.
Okay, do you look white, black, Hispanic, Asian, Indian?
I'm white. I've got dark hair.
Which wig do you think she's talking about in this conversation?
Which wig?
I thought she had green hair.
I'm old.
What color clothing are you wearing?
Oh my God, I just figured it out. That's not a green wig. That's her ghillie suit. Oh my God. Oh my God, I figured out the code, man. I broke it. I'm amazing.
I have like a kind of like a bodysuit, like a white or a pink and kind of red striped pants and a bodysuit shirt.
That's so amazing. Like, listen to this again, though. Like, she doesn't even know what the hell she's wearing. This is amazing. They're like, what color is it? Well, totally something. That's like.
What are you wearing?
I have like a kind of like a bodysuit, like a white or a pink and kind of red striped pants and a bodysuit shirt.
Shirt is pink.
I'm gonna put on a different shirt because it's just like kind of like a bodysuit.
I've got like a totally a white and a pink and you know, it's lime green and
It's what?
lime green.
It's like white. I mean, pink and with a red and white striped things, pants, and a body.
It's white like my husband. I mean, it's full Greek. I'm sorry, it's totally full Greek.
I have never heard anybody ever have such a hard time describing what they're wearing. What are you wearing?
I know it's a pretty simple question, you know.
Oh my God.
It just cracks me. Again, the absurdity to this call right here. You know, it's, I'd love to have seen body cam footage for this. You know, God, I wonder if there is body cam footage for this. Holy shit! I wonder. I'm gonna say. I'm going to check and see if we can get some body cam footage for this thing. That would be amazing. Hello, officer. Yes, my husband, he's somehow blended into the house. The cops are in there. Are you here? And you see him hiding in the background against a wall. That'd be amazing. Oh, my God.
Hold on. I'll probably have it just a white.
Oh, no, I've got it. Actually, you know why the internet cut out? Because he is the internet. That's what it is. I'm hiding as the internet.
You guys are looking because I have a robe on, like a, you know, kind of like it's a pink robe.
Okay.
The dispatcher like, okay.
I just can't take this anymore. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Pink robe, white shirt.
It's just a bodysuit. It's like blue. It's like a tight bodysuit.
Tell me.
It's like a tight bodysuit.
Oh, that was a while back. That wasn't recently.
Stories already starting to change again. We've seen this online over and over and over again. They can't keep their storyline or their narrative straight. None of them, especially her.
I had found because he's had like random guns in the house. I don't like it. I feel uncomfortable with it. So if I find something, I hide it from him. Do you understand? And
see, again, that is insane to say, man. He's got random old pew-pews all over the house here. I mean, I imagine like if you look in the potted plants, you're going to find one. And, you know, God, how do you think the police?
Did she say she was the one who was hiding these things? Shouldn't she know where they are?
Yeah, she doesn't even know where they're at. I mean, again, how is that safe? Like he said, how is that safe with kids? You know, I mean, I have pew-pews in the house and I know where they're at, you know, 100%. They're secured and my kids know to stay the hell away from them, you know, but I don't assume that they're going to. I assume it's on me to make sure that that doesn't happen, you know?
Yeah.
I don't hide. I don't misplace things like that in my house. I don't have people hide them from me either. Like that's just, God, can you imagine living like this?
No, I can't.
I wonder how many are in the house too. And again, when law enforcement gets this report, you know, the dispatcher is going to say potentially armed. So this person that you're going to the home, of course, they're going to think that a person in the house is potentially armed. If they go in there, that could cause a real problem.
So I don't even know what he truly has. If you really want to know,
I don't even know what he truly has.
Okay. All right. We're gonna get you some help, okay?
What are they gonna do? Come plug the internet back in? The man lives in his own home. He has the right to disconnect the internet if he wants to.
Indeed.
Now, nobody has the right to cease access to other people. And obviously, Lips here has access to other people. She has her phone. She's on the phone with the dispatcher.
With
she
911.
dialed 911. And we have a lot more 911 calls to go over.
Okay, thank you. I mean, he's not physical. Like I said, he's not. I'm not trying to I don't want to get him arrested. I'm not trying to hurt him or anything. I don't like when he shuts my internet down like this. You know.
What's the point then? If you're not trying to get them in trouble, why exactly are you calling the police? Like, what is the outcome that she expects from this?
She wants them to come and plug it back in.
I mean, really? And to get on to him. No, Mr. Doritos, full grig, totally white. Like the lady in the very tight blue, pink, white, whatever.
Whatever.
You need to let her have her internet. Doesn't she have internet on her phone, by the way? I mean, your phone automatically has internet, right?
Yes.
That's how mine
data,
works.
That's how you have data. So yeah, she's not completely disconnected from the internet.
No, I mean, she 100% has the internet.
Maybe he turns it off at night so that their kids aren't on, can't use the internet at night.
I'm just imagining, I mean, like, how does he, this is a person here, like her, she is not inept with the internet. She's out there creating all this AI garbage. She's doing all that. You can't tell me she doesn't know how to turn the internet back on.
Apparently not. She doesn't know how it works.
Like, how do you manage to cut it off for another person? Is it, I can't call the company and be like, hey, company, will you cut off the internet for like 8 hours for me? No, that doesn't work. So what's he doing? Unplugging it? Oh no. How do I work a plug? Oh my God. He has shown me up with all of his education as a lawyer. Oh my God.
What are we learning through this interaction? If your internet goes down, make sure you call 911.
That's right.
No, don't ever do that. This is a gross misuse of the 911 service. This is a gross misuse of the county resources.
Okay, no, I understand.
Oh my God.
Like I said, my
Pause.
kids are sleeping. They don't even know this is going on.
Okay, what's up?
Pause. ChatGPT just made the greatest image ever.
Greatest image. Now let me switch over here. All right, let's see it. Holy shit, that's amazing.
Come on, right? That's
this
so
needs
good.
This needs to be like a rap song, man. I'm gonna drop you in my ghillie suit. Yeah. Oh my God, this would be a great song. You could have a song about turning off the internet and hiding in the house, When I argue with my spouse, I turn off the internet and hide in the house in my ghillie suit. That's right.
Oh my God, this is the greatest image ever.
Oh my God. Yeah. Like DTG said, oh my God, they're making fun of us. They're laughing at us. BBB.
Remember when these idiots were like, they say they're journalists. We're like, have you seen this show? Have you seen what we do?
Seriously. The word.
Look, we're dressing ourselves up in ghillie suits and laughing at your idiocy. Shut up.
Well, the worst thing for people like this is we don't have any master telling us that we can't laugh about stupid shit.
That's
right. Like that's the worst kind of
professionals. Ari says very professional. Yep.
It is super professional. That's what we strive for, That's what we strive for.
We like to sit in the backyard in our ghillie suits and just watch the idiots go by.
Oh my God, I like that.
That is so funny.
They're like so amazing, hiding out in our ghillie suits. Somebody said we could smoke our suits. Oh no, don't tell some of the ecosystem that. They'll be like, oh my God, can we harvest that? Totally. Be like, Oh my God, I think that Tug guy is a walking pot plant. Like, no, save me, Megan. They're coming for me. Holy God. These 911 calls. Some of them will make you laugh like this, folks, but some of them will really make you mad. They will, because of some of the stuff that they try to pull in this.
Oh yeah, this one's funny, but the other ones are not funny.
They are not. They were intended to do real damage.
Real damage.
Yeah, because they were trying to send law. And again, you got to remember.
Frankly, I would argue that they have done real damage because she has made false police reports about us.
Yeah, the police the police investigated us, and they found that there was no wrongdoing. By the way, that we were.
Yep.
We were going over public documentation, which is 100% right. She's the one filing these insane ones. Yeah, by the way, Tammy noted, hey, Tug, I heard today that Bowman got called by the Ohio police and was told to stop contacting Jerry. Yes, that did happen. In fact, he's the one that reported it. Oh, there was not only that, there was a phone call that he decided to record where he's screaming at the police. It was very... very interesting stuff.
Yeah, really weird. By the way, we have some footage from this police call, by the way.
Oh my goodness.
Like to pull that up. We do have some still from body cam footage. Here we go.
Oh my God, that's sad.
Oh my God. In my white, blue bodysuit. And
oh my God, those pants are way too close to my mask color. No, I'm afraid. I'm afraid.
Pink robe. And, yep, this is it. This is how I imagine that this was. What?
My internet. What will I do? Imagine.
The internet is hello 911. The internet is down.
Oh my God. When I first heard it, though, I was like, is the internet down or is he supposedly throttling the internet? Like I can't connect to it fast enough. It's too slow.
Wait,
my
turned
my
on
5G hotspot isn't working.
What if he turned on like airplane mode on her phone?
Oh, that would be hilarious. She seems to know. Oh my God, man. Oh,
hello 911. There are people on YouTube like saying that this weird image is me in my striped pants. Well, I was wearing striped pants and a blue bodysuit, and they're making images of that. Well, what are you wearing now? Well, it's like brown or green, or I don't know.
Well, the grossest thing that she tries to do with other 911 calls is she tries to call in and say that we're threatening a minor. That's what she's doing.
Yeah. Yeah. As if I have ever brought up any of her children. I have not. In fact, only thing I've ever said about her children is that she has them, and I've redacted all of their names from any public document because I would never dox somebody's children. That's the only thing I've ever said about her children. I've also said one other thing, that I think she should spend less time online and more time with her children. But I have never said anything about her children. Ridiculous.
Well, she has filings where she has utilized her kids like a bludgeon. She's tried to utilize them against process servers and more. She's used that with Shizzy. Like, again, that's part of one of the calls. She's like, oh my God, I threatened to, tell his name because of blah, blah. And he threatened my minor children, which, that's, again, that's another reason that lawsuit needs to exist, because she does these kind of things. These people are under siege right now because of so many problems that they've caused. The smartest thing would have been to just stop and leave people alone, but they aren't very smart. So,
right.
Let's continue.
I hate that I'm even in this position.
Oh my God.
Hopefully, they'll be able to take care of that. Okay.
I just want a police officer. If you could just tell a police officer, please tell him to stop doing this to me. Like, I can't live like this where he shuts my internet down.
All right,
I know he did this to me.
The cop gets there, and the cop's like, all right, listen up, Doritos. Listen, Mr. Doritos, you can't turn the internet off anymore. If he can find him, by the way, in the ghillie suit in the yard. Mr. Doritos, your wife wants me to tell you that you can't turn your internet off. What? Like, I'm sorry, where in the rule book is it where cops can go and tell you what you can do with your own internet that you pay for?
Yeah, they 100% can't. I mean, that does not fall into any type of abuse whatsoever. Like,
No, I don't think so.
It doesn't. But, you know, when the cops tell her that, like, what would disturb me is if somebody would make a comment like that. She filed that he had done horrible things. Like, we've seen the filing. And she made some pretty horrific claims about him, you know, that are on the DV claims, man. I mean, they're out there. So her to say that he doesn't do anything, she's telling you she's a liar, you know? Well, he's never done anything physical. Well, you filed reports.
You filed a bunch of stuff that said that he did.
Yes.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, it's very strange. But I mean, getting the police involved, period. That's that's like trying to hammer a nail in with a tractor trailer. You know, that can go really, really wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Extremely clear and extremely serious. If you can't live without internet, you have massive issues, complete and total chaos in your own mind. We don't need internet to survive. What we need is relationships. We need people, our loved ones. That's what we need. And yet you're seeing the exact opposite. She's seeking the attention of others online to the point where she actually cheated on her husband.
Because he'll lie.
Actually, here's a question, too. Did she want her internet connection after they argued so she could post that? Remember that video that... what was it? I don't remember if it's TikTok or an Instagram where it has a conversation that is supposed to be him for sure. And she's like, you know, she's saying, this is him. He's being horrible to me, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if that's why she wants the internet. Maybe that's why he doesn't want the internet. Because he's like, oh my God, that kind of shit right there. If I were a potential client and I looked up their names and I ran across this stuff, there is no way in hell I would hire people that had this much kind of chaos and disorganized, you know, just insanity in their lives.
Clear as Mud says, why hasn't she just realized it was just Megan pressing the wrong button?
Oh my God, that Megan Fox.
I turned off everyone's internet.
She snuck in with a ghillie suit. Oh my God. I told it to make it look more realistic and like I had been caught hiding in a ghillie suit this time. So it is, yes, it has done me a great service here. Oh my God.
Okay.
This one's funny. This one's very good. You will love it. Give me 1 second. Oh, I'm so good at hiding in this one. It took me a minute. It's taken me a minute to pull this one up. Because like I said, I'm so camouflaged. It's hard to find me in the download folder. Okay, check this out. Aren't I amazing? Look. Oh my God, she's found me.
Oh my God, this is funny.
I'm shocked. Oh my God, help me.
Oh my Lord.
Oh Lord.
That's hysterical.
I need to totally have a I never need to lose AI for this kind of stuff. You know, I need my internet access so I can create things.
If I ever lose internet access to my AI ChatGPT, I'm calling the cops.
I'm going to call the cops and be like, Megan Fox hit the wrong button on my stream.
Megan killed my stream.
Hello, 911. Yes, I would like to report somebody for a murder. A murder, yes. Could you tell us? Yes, my stream has been killed.
And I know who the culprit is.
She maliciously pushed the button on it. That's right. And it totally took it offline. Oh my God. It is
My stream
dead.
is dead.
I tried to revive
It's
it,
not
but it
dead.
won't come back. Now I'm hiding in the backyard in my ghillie suit. God, I'm hoping a lawnmower doesn't come by. That's my luck there when I figure out it's like the day the lawn mowing crew comes out. Oh my God, I hit the wrong day. I'm in trouble. Help me. Oh my God. It's dangerous out here.
It's dangerous.
Yes, you have no idea what kind of danger I've been in when
You know
I'm
what
trying
would be
to report.
hilarious? If Doritos also had a phone call to the police that night where he was like, I'm hiding from my wife.
I'm in the backyard.
Listen, I need help. My wife is on a rampage. And she's mad. She says I turned off the internet, but I didn't. I don't know why she's mad, but can you come help me? I can't get out of this tree. I'm stuck in a tree.
Oh my God, man! He's got to be saved. He's called the fire department. Actually, he's like, I'm coming here like a stray cat. Can you help me?
Look, I made it at night now. Look.
Oh my God.
You don't do very well in a ghillie suit at night. Those eyes are gonna give you away. They're too glowy.
I've gotta wear my sunglasses at night. You know that song? I wear my
sunglasses at night.
So I can hide in my ghillie suit. Yep. Perfect. Oh my God.
You thought you were going to get through that video tonight, didn't you? Didn't you? Admit it. I am here to make sure you don't do anything of the sort.
Video say what now?
I think we even deleted it from the stream. It's not even here anymore.
Oh my God, you did. You deleted it. I got to bring it back up. What have you done?
What have you done? You better call the cops because nothing will stop me. I killed your window.
Officer, I was covering a very important press release. And this so-called journalist, what did she said something like that. She was like, this person who pretends to be a journalist or some shit like that.
Yeah,
she really hates you.
Everybody always really hates me, and they never hate you as much. I don't know why that this is the story of my life, by the way. So the guy that I wrote that book with, Shut Up, my friend Kevin, we used to joke about this all the time because we were both going up against the same library. We were going to the same meetings. We were speaking to the same people, and we were saying the same things. And yet every time that they would attack us in the press, it was always about me, and they would never mention him. Not once. They would just attack me, attack Megan. She's the bad one. And we would laugh and laugh because it would be like he would get up there and say even worse things to them, and they would pretend like he didn't exist. It's about me.
I agree with this tactic. I am the good guy in this.
It's so unfair. It's so unfair.
It's totally fair, Megan. They know I'm the good guy in all of this, and they're like, "Who is that monster over there in that ghillie suit?"
I think they're scared of you. It's just easier to come after the woman.
They actually, I do think that they are. I think that they think for some reason, because, a lot of them are probably sexist weirdos, that women can be intimidated easier because they did the same thing to George. They went after George instead of piling on. Once they figured out Jeremy wasn't the person to pile on, look at what they tried to do to George. Yeah. They thought that she would be the weak link. And it was so nasty. They went after her for illness. See, one of the things I hope people never forget is that they went after her when she was going through.
They said she wasn't sick, that they insinuated she never had cancer, and that they used all of that for content. How sick is that?
What's gross? See, I went through a scare with a lot of that stuff. And I had some tests come back that were not good. They scared me a lot, and they gave me medication for things. And they how they do. They give you all this preemptive shit, and yeah, it turned out like I felt like I got a second chance on life when I got good news. But I remember how horrifying that whole ordeal was. How because you think in that, like, what if, how's that going to impact the people around me, all of this stuff, and you're going through that, and when you're on the microphone, or when you're around people that are on the microphone, they talk about that. And these people decided to target George while going through this very delicate, very awful thing. And that there is no redemption for what these folks have done. They absolutely deserve every dollar due that's going to come out of their pockets. I really do hope that Jeremy wins his cases. I really do.
I do too.
I do. I very much hope that the justice system sees this how they should. Again, you never know. I think Fed 1 is pretty much it's at that place where Lynette and Cook are really in trouble. Like that thing made it past all the big problems. There's a couple more hurdles that it needs to go past. And again, you never can say that a judge won't 100% do something crazy, but
True.
They don't have they're not in a position where I don't think they'll ever get a lawyer again. The donors, they dried up on them. Even if they make good with the ecosystem again, they'll try. And once this is what I'm wondering if it'll happen. I'm wondering if 2L will figure out the money pool will dry up. After them, the money pool is severely damaged. They will never have another moment like they did with LP. So I'm wondering if they'll try to fix that and, try to get the money faucet flowing again. But donors, they kind of woke up to the cause. They kind of figured out, wait a minute, like it ain't like it was in the beginning. So when they see that people have been watching, because they're not watching for a 2L. That's the thing she doesn't get. They don't watch because of her. They watch because of Jeremy Hales. They were watching because she had access to Lynette Preston. She had access to, Bruce controlled that. And they forgot this. They started thinking that they were important in the story,
Right. It became all about them, and now nobody wants to watch it.
Yeah.
People are watching because it's the epic meltdown, but what are they going to do after this? What are they going to do after this? Like, what is the channel going to do?
They're going to they're going to try to turn lips into the next big cause, which a lot of their people that watch do not like her. They make that clear. A lot of them don't.
Right.
You've seen the numbers when she's on there. They decline steadily. So on the real nights when they weren't eating each other, they've gone from, having 700 people. And a lot of those are Jeremy Hales folks, but still 700 people will pop up. And when it's calm, they've gotten down to barely over 300. Like that's a dying channel. That's a problem. They're not going to make money anymore. And when they do, they'll get desperate, and it'll be really fun to watch. What'll really make them mad is when we want to talk about them, we'll still be able to pull audiences. And angry. Because
yes, we will. I was thinking, so that other channel that I was talking about, that's talking about, all the people that got ripped off on those channels. One thing she said was that these YouTube channels that thrive on drama, they need to be held accountable because this stuff it's gross. And I agree. And you can't build a channel like that. You can't build a channel just on tearing down other creators. That's not what that's about. You and I've been we cover stuff in the news. We usually cover high profile court cases. That's what our channels are about. You've covered some entertainment stuff. I've covered some entertainment stuff. The reason why this one hit our radar was because it involved another YouTuber, and because we could see where it was going with lawsuits and court cases that were going to affect other YouTubers.
Yeah, and it suppressed his ability to speak.
speak.
It took away, when you're talking about taking away
which concerns us for our ability to speak and other YouTubers' ability to speak. And the point that she was making was like, YouTube is not about tearing down other YouTubers, but there are these certain channels, small channels that will pop up that's all they do. We've seen it with people who go after Nick Rekieta, where their channel just becomes all about going after him, all about the drama around him, about this one particular YouTuber or another particular YouTuber. And these 5 channels all becoming, they just popped up into existence to be completely about negativity, about tearing down Jeremy Hales. There are these
little worse than that, though. I mean, when you think about this, it wasn't just negativity. They inserted themselves into this high profile. Well, it became high profile. It became, known.
Yeah.
But they inserted themselves in. And like Lynette Preston said publicly, posted, she's in a worse place now from dealing with these people than she was before she met them. And she is, after, even with all that money she made and everything else, she is in a worse place because she's not getting those dollary dues. She's living she's lost her RV. I mean, again, imagine this, folks. You have that amount of money come in. She doesn't have a home. These people would not give her $6,000 to pick up an RV. They said this live. They would not turn over $6,000 to make sure that this kid, who they're monetizing, by the way, they are 100%. Lynette Preston put up pictures of it too. You don't have to take my word.
Did you show them what she said? Did you show them?
No. I'm going to cover that tomorrow. That is my
so good. It's so good. And it shows the big lie when they say that they haven't used her image to grift or whatever. There's T-shirts with her face on it or multiple ones and her name.
Not just that, we're not including this one thing. So I've been making this mistake, and I thought about it. I guess yesterday or the day before. HG Christmas Part 2. We didn't even include that in our monies. They built in a dedicated channel to making money off of it, and they just if they've stopped it all, I don't know. Like I said, I don't watch them enough to keep up with what they do on a regular basis. But currently, with the drama, they finally have at least stopped trying to monetize on that, like directly. But they didn't. They did it for months and months. Right after one hit, they were like, yeah, we're going to have another one. And now they're trying to say that in order to protect that money, they're trying to say, oh, we're going to help out another family with this money. You can't do that. You can't take money you raise for one person and be like, oh, well, I don't like these people, therefore I'm going to shift it over. That's not how it works, man.
Mm-mm.
It blows my mind. Excuse me. I was drinking the bottom of my Frosty. I was like, Frosty. Let's finish this freaking thing real quick. Let's see. We only got like 2 minutes of it, so let's knock it out.
like the time that he stole my keys, and I had to get the police to come get my keys before he acts like, oh, I didn't do it.
Do you think the police came and actually got the keys, by the way?
I guess. I don't know. I mean, she says they did. I don't know.
I don't see how that even works. Like
my husband took my car keys. I need you to come and get them back.
Yeah, exactly. Like if he's keeping you from leaving, okay. But he hid my keys.
Hello, police. I need help finding my keys.
I'd be like, look, that's my vehicle. I mean, it's a shared vehicle. What are you doing here talking about it? It's what a great way to spend taxpayer resources.
Stupid.
Okay, what?
This is reminding me of that Saturday Night Live skit from years ago where this woman is walking around her house and she's always praying. She's like, Jesus, where are my keys? Jesus, please help me find my keys. Jesus, I can't find the cat food. It's all about things she can't find. And he comes, like there's a knock on the door and she goes and opens it. It's Jesus. And he looks really annoyed. And he's like, look, Cindy, please stop bothering me about every single thing that is wrong in your life. Please, I'm not looking for your glasses. I can't find my glasses. Jesus, please help me. And it's very funny. I think it was back when Phil, what's his name, was on the show. Phil, the funny one. He always played Bill Clinton, then he got shot. What was his name? Hartman. Phil Hartman.
Phil. I'm going to call him Phil.
Phil.
You know, Phil.
Sorry, keep going.
I'm coloring that turtle freaking game. I'm coloring it comes with the little balls. I'm covering them all silver. So I'm using Sharpie as a first coat. That's what I've been doing.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Yeah, you see, I have not
they're
decided
fighting over
to
pieces of silver.
Yeah, and then there's one that I painted red, because they have blood on their hands, with a certain person. I turned one red, and then I'm going to spray paint them later on after taking those. Yeah, it's awesome. I've been having fun with it, but it's slow going. And I think it was Lady Tammy that ended up getting and sending this one that Jeremy found. So props. I am having fun with it. I do have an arts and crafts going on. I'll take a picture of what I'm doing with it in a minute. I'll turn this back on. But yeah, I like that. I like it. I think it's fun. Here we go.
But I know, why is it that the minute we get into an argument, my internet gets shut down? You know what I'm saying? See,
so she's saying, look, she doesn't have proof that he did it. She's just conspiratorially blaming him. Just like she remember all the weird things that she blamed you, me, Jeremy, everybody for? It's the same thing, I get in an argument, and then right after my argument, my internet, it slows down. What am I to do, officer? I swear to God, come down here and make sure that you tell him to get better internet connections. Holy God. They're like, upgrade your signal, man.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, please just come. I just don't want. I don't want the neighbors sirens and stuff like that. We've had this happen before, and I'm embarrassed. Honestly, I'm sorry.
We've had this happen before.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the wild thing. I'm embarrassed because of your behavior, ma'am. That is your behavior. You called the police over it. That's the thing. Like her behavior, that's why she called the police on us, because she's embarrassed by her behavior. She doesn't want to be met with everything that she's doing. That's why they don't want us to have a lawsuit against them, because ultimately what this proves, it doesn't just prove things for us, it proves things for anybody that looks up their names, after they tried to damage and destroy other people for nothing. They find that's their own behavior.
Yes, you got it.
Okay, all right. If you get a call from a private block number, please make sure to answer us. It could be that
I will. I
got some calls, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. All right,
okay. Bye-bye.
Even though she's saying bye-bye, this isn't the end. This is just the beginning. She has brought on massive lawsuits against herself, and they will go all the way to the end. There will be no mediating. Her time for actually giving information, making a public apologies, and all of that's over. The time is over. This will be pursued to the fullest extent of the law. So everything that she didn't want the neighbors to know, even though she's got her OnlyFans and she's got all these other hideous things out there online.
What did he just say?
You're going to know everything about lips and chips. I don't get into a lawsuit.
I guess the secret's out.
Yeah, I guess so.
And that is exactly what's going to happen. Know who the other person is. You got to know your enemy if you're going to have a plan for success to win. And it's pretty easy to know lips and chips. Just look at Lynette, look at Crook, look at lips, look at chips. There's really not much of a difference.
It's true. And I think he's 100% correct. I think you feel the same way like and he's noting. And, all the way, man. All the way.
All the way. This train has no brakes.
I don't take kindly to being threatened this way. I don't take kindly to knowing that they called the police on us and all this other craziness, Oh yeah.
Nope.
God, I love the fact that John Cook is so dumb to be like, oh, I'm going to sue you. I'll see you in court. Like I said, bring it, man. What I'm going to do is definitely countersue you, and you won't have these people to help you drain money anymore. You're fucked on that process. You know, even people, we've seen people that they've gone after, like there was a certain person that went after a Nick Rekieta, and he was promised all kinds of help from the internet, and ultimately they gave him a little money, but they didn't give him enough to continue, you know, and he had to drop. And that's what these people would run into on the best of days. They would entangle themselves into something and it would just fizzle out. But oh, they're so screwed. You know, they are so screwed. Not only that, but why would these folks want to involve themselves in more court battles when we would actually, like I said, I would love to bring up how Levy County just let him walk on pulling a pew-pew on a child. I would love to bring that up, because they did not say that he didn't do it. What they said is they felt that if they brought it forward, that he would claim he was standing his ground and he would get away with it. Only Levy County, man. I don't believe you'd have that luxury going forward. And that also includes, look at all the stuff that these people, they've done with money that they don't claim. Again, you know, I have a lot of free time on my hands some days, and I would love to remind the government about all the money that they get, and yet all the money that they didn't report, you know, because that would definitely go against their all their benefits and everything else. So, I wonder how the bankruptcy is going to go, by the way. I wonder how that's, you know, it
I don't think it's going to go very well for Lynette, but what do I know? All right, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah,
I'm supposed to be hanging out with family, so
get out of here.
I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Right? Megan was wearing her ghillie suit hiding. She was like, nobody noticed me disappear.
They did it. Now I'm going to sneak back.
Look at that. She's like, I'm a ninja.
I'm hiding out backstage.
She's blended into the background backstage. That's funny. You need to change your name. You need to change it to a period, and that way nobody sees you. My name is Ghillie Suit. There it is.
What are you talking about?
That's perfect.
You never saw me.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Man, Monday we'll have a lot of fun though. We will cover a bunch of stuff. And tomorrow, I usually do not stream on Sundays, but I'm gonna say tomorrow, especially with the John Cook threats and the stuff that Lynette Preston has said, where I really think that she thinks that they've not had discovery yet. I think they're that inept. Again, Lynette, we cover all the documentation. And if your friends will listen, if a lawyer told you that, you are terribly misinformed. In fact, if you look at the last documents that you all were supposed to respond to, and I don't believe you did. I'd have to check, but I really don't believe that you did. You were responding to an argument for request for production again, because you had not turned over things, not once, but twice. You said that there wasn't anything. But as far as that, you've had your chance to put in stuff. And if you don't put in what you're planning to use, you lose it. You do. And to be honest, I want you to put in stuff, because one of the things that you've done when you put in things is you make the mistake of, it's kind of like when the protective order. When you bring in things from platforms where you've deleted material, it becomes a question. Why didn't you turn that over before? So you go ahead and try to turn in things. You go ahead and bring them up, because that becomes the subject. You try to insert them. You guys, you're in a worse position. You really are. You are in a worse position with yourselves. I don't think you could have done worse. Just to be honest, I don't think you could have done a worse job than where you are right now. Best case scenario, the ecosystem, you know what's amazing too, in Fed 1, the only people that got out of it were Bruce and others, and they got brought in Fed 2, but they worked to get themselves out of liability. but they didn't get Lynette Preston and they didn't get John Cook out of liability. Now, myself, if I were to look at that situation, I would be questioning, why exactly am I the one who, I didn't benefit from any of this. The only person that benefited was the guy who inserted himself. He made a lot of promises. You saw some of those promises. We saw a bit of it, but I'm sure there's a lot more. And again, Preston, you can put that stuff out in public. You 100% have the ability to put out anything they said to you. That is yours. When they say privileged information, you are the client. So you 100% can make it public. There is no liability for it. And if he made promises to you, I'm sure you have a legal claim there. You have a good one. And I would definitely cover it. I would definitely showcase all those promises that were made. So you stick that evidence out there, lady. But again, you and John, you stick to the people that have ripped you off, that have cleaned you out, and you pretend we're the bad guys. You keep doing that. You keep pretending that everyone that has covered this and not agreed with you, they're somehow in some way, they're the bad guys. But 2L and them, the people that have publicly ridiculed you, pretended that you were friends. Now, by the way, Lynette says they were never friends. None of them were ever friends, by the way. Just to clarify that. They were never friends. But yeah, you all keep sticking to them and you keep making threats. That's okay. Like Megan said, she rescinds any offer to help you. I might leave it down there for a minute. I still think it would be, again, it's not help for you. I think it would be funnier if you wrecked 2L in them. So that's why I offer help. I would be more amused by train wrecking those people and exposing all the lies and exposing how much money they collected off of you and the child. Again, you're saying you just found out that they were monetizing your kid. Well, if you just found that out, if you didn't know it, how many other things did they tell you that weren't right? Like when you start asking that question, that's when you get really involved in it. But yeah, they're saying like, I didn't know that they were using the image of my child. That's pretty messed up. Anyway, let's hit some super chats, folks. How do you think about that, though? I had no idea that they were monetizing. I would be so pissed. Oh, again, if that's true, that takes a. What's up? By the way, Angela sent 25 through PayPal and noted it is book time again. Thank you, Angela. I think I'm going to get a new book. I might go back. I was thinking about getting. I don't know yet, again, but I was thinking Under the Dome. I haven't read that in years, and I thought that might be a fun one to sit down and go through. I've marked a few books, though, so I appreciate that. Listen, I've been walking. That's like I said, I've walked this month or this week, by the way. Check these numbers out. these are boss numbers. I like to brag about them. So this week, I have walked 135,993 steps. Jeez, it's a lot. That would be for a distance of, according to this, going by my phone, a distance of 66.5 miles. Because all I do, like anything I do when I'm catching up on videos or anything else, I'm walking. I had 3 days that busted 20,000, and it's good. I'm trying to cut down on that. Look at that slim waistline there. I'm trying to go from the one keg, and no, I'm just kidding. No, actually, I'm trying to take care of my health because I got kids, so I'm trying to fight and scratch back. So I appreciate that. Books, they are great to keep that going. I watch stuff when I'm walking, or I listen to books, and I do appreciate it. I appreciate the encouragement too. So, Max Lab. Thank you for the super chat there. What's up, Max Lab, by the way? Appreciate that. Max Lab, there's about 6 people that send over screenshots of everything that is posted by people like Lynette Preston. So I appreciate that. Max Lab has been one of those. And again, I can't say that's great. That is. You send over documents and everything else you see. So It's good. Making sure I appreciate the people that make sure that I see stuff. There's also a certain there are two people out there, and you guys know who I'm talking about. You're the ones that send over screenshots from the 2L chats. That this, there's one specific person. Again, they don't really want their name out there, but I do want to give them love. And then there's another person that knows about everything from tech. Found all kinds of stuff, the stuff with Ray back when, for example. Appreciate you too. And I do want to give a really good shout out, by the way. I want to very much give love to our moderators. Our moderators, they do a great job. So I want to give them a shout out. They have been doing great. When the kids come on, man, I can't even say that enough. I've dealt with crazy people when my kids come on, and you guys, you do a great job. So I do want to shout you all out. Let's see. Debbie, thanks for the month there. Appreciate it. Joined on our 50th anniversary last month, June 20th. That's awesome there. Did we, I think I want to play you a song. I don't know if we gave you a song back then, but if we didn't, 50th anniversary is important. You know what? So that is a great time to have joined. That's awesome. And well, it'll be the birth. I don't have an anniversary song. Maybe we need to make one, but I want to crack it out of the birthday. We'll just say anniversary.
Happy birthday.
Last month.
From both of us to you. Happy birthday.
50th anniversary, man.
May all your dreams come true. Happy anniversary. We love to have you here. Happy birthday. Here's to another year.
Awesome, man. Much appreciated from you too. Thank you all. That's great though. On your 50th. Indeed. Thanks for the 5 months. Well, 5 months. I know. All the new friends. Indeed. The time on this stuff is there's so many positives with it. I think when people link up, you look at the you just sit here and laugh at these stupid people. It's so much fun. And you link up with some really good folks. So thank you. 34 months on Death's Angel. Man. Rolling up on the 3 years. Thank you there. Sorry, but in and out. I've been finding mom's small cell cancer. We just found out now she has liver cancer. Hey, you take care of you. Ain't no apology, man. Life, the life that happens outside, that's what's important. The people around you, you take the time to appreciate them and you show them you love them. Like that's what matters there. We're always here, you come back, you do your thing, but you remember too, you have people here that care too. And they appreciate you. But yeah, apologies, you have nothing to apologize for. And the best chat ever, hugs and love. And love to you too. Keep you in the prayers too. And of course, man, like I said, we appreciate the heck out of you. Andre, thanks for the 2 there. Lynette doesn't have a leg to stand in 1 and 2. Well, it's so bizarre. I mean, again, Cook of all people running his trap, saying he's going to sue people. Like I told him, I said it publicly. Bring it. I'm saying it right here. Bring it, old man. You want to threaten me? Like, you bring it. You're still standing in line. Like, you think that you're 20 and you're making threats. Like, I ain't no spring chicken, by the way. But, I'm not worried about you. Like, you're not going to hurt my business. You're not going to stand around your prison pals, man. You're a fraud, dude. You just did big talk. Yap, 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 yap. You and paint chips and all these, y'all are like yapping dogs, man. I've dealt with people that were really scary, Like the real scary people, when I'm talking about, mainstream affairs from the richest guy in the world, those people are scary. When you're hearing about how he bugged homes and did all this other stuff, that's creepy. But John Cook living in a freaking hot box, can't even protect his own family from scammers. Give me a break. What a joke, dude. Tomorrow I'm going to dedicate a show specifically to you, John. I am. I'm going to dedicate it to laughing at you. So be ready. That'll be a good one. Thank you, Andre. Reza Angel, thanks for the 5 months there. Blind after a stroke, but luckily I can still hear you. Hey, love to you there. I hate that you went through that. But yeah, I'm glad that you can still hear and we still laugh at the stupid, you know. We could, if we bring up something, it's one of the reasons I've learned to read everything. You know, that's why we try to read documentation. One of the things too, I don't know, resource-wise, I have a cousin that has issues with being able to see, and I mean, just different issues where she needs aids and assistance, and she uses. Let me see, what is this? I use it myself. I just can't think of the freaking name. Speechify. You know, I like Speechify. If you get somebody to take a legal document for you, like if you need assistance with it, and just upload it to Speechify, or I mean, you can do it yourself, but sometimes it's easier to have somebody do it for you. But you can take Speechify, and you can not only have it read to you, but you can have it read through different voices. Like you can have, again, one of the best narrators. This is not a political statement. This is just about narrators. Is Obama? Obama's amazing. I love getting him to read documents. Him and Snoop Dogg, like they're the greatest narrators for documents. Getting Snoop Dogg to read getting like these rappers to read you a legal report. That's, I don't know. There's something hilarious about that. Yo, it's Snoop D-O-double-G. bringing you Preston versus Hales. This is the best stuff ever. But love to you. And again, you know, that is that's one of my favorite resources out there. I set up a laptop for I love them dearly, and that's something we did for them, and it worked out real good. James, thank you for the gifted membership there. Thank you, James, man. Appreciate you. Your avatar, man, it cracks me up every time, man. That's funny. Hey, thank you, by the way, DeFloofy. That was great when DeBuggy was here. She loves hearing DeFloofy. You know, kids, they love specific names, and DeFloofy Cat just sounds awesome to her. I love that name myself, but she does. What's up, David? David, your avatar too, man. I like how the YouTube symbol's right in the middle of your hand too. Thank you for the gifted memberships, 5 of them. That is awesome, dude. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Sandra? Thanks, 6 months there. Appreciate it. Well, I'm sure it's longer, but they honestly is slower. Oh my God. I'm telling you, tomorrow you'll all have fun. Tomorrow you'll want. I'll be earlier tomorrow, by the way. Okay. So I'm gonna. Hales goes at the time I normally do. So we're covering his cases. So I never try to step on his broadcast. You know. I usually also won't cover. By the way, I do want to stress this today too. I know we covered the police stuff, but go watch his video. You know, his channel. These people have done enough damage. So go out there and watch this. I mean, it's amazing. Like we can comment on it and everything, but again, and keep watching. There are more of them. Oh, the other ones will infuriate you. They will. They will make you very mad. The first one was pretty funny. The later ones will make you mad. So they will be important to listen to, though. Thank you there. What is that? Shamadin? Am I saying it wrong? Shamadin. That's it. Shamadin, like a shaman. I got you, maybe. Shamadin. That's Shamadin. That's my southern. It always comes out like, what? Anything that can have a draw. Sham. It doesn't go, it goes, It's a southern thing. Amadin. Maybe that's it. Thank you for the membership. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for the membership. Welcome to Tugs Thugs. Thank you for that, man. I appreciate you, my friend. Razilla. What's up, Razilla? Thanks for the 2 there. Just say no to flips and chips. Indeed. You know what's really funny is they tried to double and triple down. Remember, 2L in the gang tried to say that we're all ists. We're all monsters. Because this guy, we came up, there was a nickname made. We didn't make the nickname, by the way. but you know, the nickname was made, and people have just called him Doritos afterwards because of that, and somehow that was ist. But now you're finding out, wait a minute, so you're telling me that I'm somehow racist against that white dude there? I believe you can be racist against white. You can hate people because of their race. You know, I'm not saying that. I'm saying Doritos to a white guy. Explain the racism to me. Like, make that make sense, right? Make it make sense, because it doesn't. It's stupid. You know, the way they were doing that made it sound like they were going to take shots some other way, and then you find out, oh, by the way, this is so bizarre. So I'm curious. Marla keeps telling us, like Lynette blocked her the other day, right? That's what we heard, and yet now she's also been saying things like, oh, we still get along. John, he's like totally, he's coming over today delivering pretty diamond-shaped stones. Oh, she's so desperate for that clout. Man, did someone not like love you as a child or something, lady? I mean, I don't know. I don't get it. At some point, when somebody trashes me, maybe I respect myself. But then again, maybe you're like a snake. You know, you just slither over to wherever you think you can get more clout. Maybe that's the thing, you know, because she was over trashing Preston the other night, and then she slithers back over and she's like, oh no, we're all good to go still. So bizarre, man. These people, it's so weird. Oh man. But Green Veg Beast, thanks for the 5. How does he turn off the internet? Does he unplug the router, change the password? That's what I'm wondering. You're 100% on that. How exactly is he turning off her internet? Like, does anybody have any guess with that? I mean, we're talking about a person, again, as far as internet use, she seems to be a pretty heavy user of it. You know, she has multiple accounts. She uses all kinds of AI and more. So how exactly is he commandeering the internet and forcing her off? How is that happening? I don't get it. I don't get it at all. What's up, Dose Reality? How you doing? Andre, thanks for the 2 there. Legally Lips is weaponizing frivolous lawsuit. Yes, indeed. She has done many times. She weaponized, again, she went to the police. She tried to use that lawsuit, the frivolous one, though. She tried to use the police to shut us down. She mentioned that she has a lawsuit against us. She tried to use it as a bludgeon. So she creates a lawsuit, and she tried to say the reason we're covering things is because we're trying to stop her from suing us. Like we said many times, sue away. You know, we're not the ones that dropped it. You drop, you pick up, you dropped again, you made threats. I mean, that's a problem. That'll work in a court too. Sue, what's up, Sue? Thanks for the 17 months. Thank you there. A call like this in Western PA would have triggered a mental or narcotic health check on her. She would be toast here, just saying. Well, they might actually threaten the person that made any type of wellness check. That's one thing we've learned. If a person calls in a wellness check on someone in Florida here, they actually, even if they've had mental health problems in the past, the person that calls it in, they actually can end up being threatened. It's pretty gross. It is pretty gross to discover. Fallen Hero, what's up, Fallen Hero? How you doing, man? Thank you for the gifted membership, dude. Always good to see you too. Glad to see you. I have my favorites. Yeah, indeed. Baboon butt. Yeah, that's when, you know, when I saw her trying to talk about like butts and stuff, that's the first thing that came up with me. She was like, you know, your mask totally looks like a butt. First of all, I was like, you look at that and the first thing you think is butthole. Like, is there something wrong with your butt? You know, if my butt ever has, it looks like the umbrella mask. I'm going to go to the doctor. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. So if that's what you think it reminds you of, whoo, man, you got problems there. Jeanette, thanks for the 5. Has anyone been able to confirm the death of Scott Stark? I'm not trying to, just to be honest. You know, I'm trying to, again, that will be confirmed for the courts for sure. That will be. I am myself. I'm not expecting anything to be added right now. In fact, his wife posted that currently, they're not having a big to-do about it. She was complaining about money, saying she only had $670 something in her bank account, which really got me thinking about this. And again, if the ecosystem grifts off this poor lady, that's just disgusting. It is. I've been expecting them to do that. I imagine they will. They'll pretend like they care, but they didn't care while Scott Stark was dealing with all of his problems. They only cared when they could weaponize him. And then they want to whine and be like, oh my God, people like Tug didn't care about him. No, fuck him. I didn't. I did not. He wanted to ruin my life, but I don't wish ill will on a person to the point that, they would meet some kind of horrible fate. I don't wish that on them any. I wanted him to pay in a courtroom. I made that very clear, but they abandoned a guy that they knew had problems there after they recruited him in. Isn't that the way? And then they tried to flip it and be like, oh, that Jeremy Hales. No, Jeremy Hales didn't get him involved in the court. Jeremy Hales didn't make him bring that. When he wanted to get out of the lawsuit, fuck him. He shouldn't be able to get out of the lawsuit. Like, he brought it. He put his name on it. Do you know if they would have won, again, like Jeremy Hale said, if something would have happened to him, they would have danced on his grave. That's 100%. They would have tried to recover everything they would have gone after his estate. They would have harassed anybody that he cared about. 100%. So, that's pretty telling. And I haven't, like I said, I have not confirmed that yet. That will be confirmed, though. It's just nothing has been, as far as I'm aware, unless something recent has been posted, there hasn't been a confirmation. But, it's still in that little time where I remember dealing with, loved ones when they pass. And it's a rough time for a hot minute. It's a rough time too, especially if your finances are tied in with them somehow. And you got to figure that all out. So I figure they probably have another couple of weeks to kind of get that and, to figure out what everything they're doing. But yeah, I mean, the money, I thought it was really telling. Like, they went from talking about how much money they were going to get. Remember that? Remember how they were all bragging about how they're going to get rich? And there was speculation there was some other case out there. Well, you notice there were no other cases. They didn't get rich off of it. They're talking about they only have like less than $700. So that wasn't it. They thought they'd get rich off Jeremy Hales. They did. I believe that confirms that, And I imagine they have a lot of information on BBB. I would think they'd want to help them out just to keep her quiet, because I'm sure she has a lot of info. SF, thanks for the two. Text thumbnail of man's with breadsticks. Indeed. I mean, the greatest thumbnails ever. That's what I'm saying. I wonder if I can make her hair on that one a ghillie suit. Oh my gosh, that would be funny. Christy, thanks for the 5 there. Help, Jeremy sends us people. Yes, we need them, Jeremy. Send them out the stats. I'm telling you, that 911 call is crazy. It is. She called about internet disconnect. The first time I heard that, I about died. I was like, this can't be real. You can't. Oh yeah, it was. Oh, doesn't feel real, does it? Maybe not. Thanks for the 10 there. Breadsticks typically don't upset people. Hopefully these breadsticks are full of rage for certain people. Yeah, normal people, normal people don't get upset about the success of others either. They don't. They're okay with it. But these weirdos, they don't have success, so they hate it when other people have success. I think that's funny. When you look at them and you look at the only way that they're doing anything right now is they're selling out Lynette Preston. Lynette Preston is their payday. And John Cook is almost adversarial when it comes to her. Again, I feel like that's part of their grift, to play both sides. But with the Lynette Preston, I mean, they sell them out. And they turned them into a moneymaker. So 2L not only gave them the middle finger, but some of the biggest, again, go look it up. You can find out some of the biggest money-making days they've had recently. They are on the days where they sailed out Preston. So that's why they keep doing it, because she is a moneymaker. Preston, oh, I swear. You didn't bite the hand that fed you, because they didn't feed you at all, it sounds like. But you bit the hand of the people that were like, yo, I think it would be funny to own them. So, hey, if you want to. And they're scared of it. They wouldn't be posting and acting like they're somebody if they weren't scared of Megan and myself getting involved. They're terrified of it. I thought it was funny, too. Like I said, Ray got involved. Ray was like, oh, they need to leave them alone. Well, Ray, why are you talking about them? I thought you abandoned them, sir. You made a video talking about how they were on their own. Fuck them. So why don't you fuck off? Why don't you go back to your thing that you say you're dealing with, that you're not dealing with this anymore. Ray's all over this. He just wants to pretend that he isn't. It's so gross, man. Go deal with your own things, man. Jen, thanks for the 2 there. There's not a statement, but that is a statement. Thank you. That is much appreciated. Thank you, Jen. I like your Muppet too. I like the background. It looks good. K-Matt, what's up? K-Matt Red Queen, thanks for the 5 there. Breadsticks money for lozenges. Lozenges. I said lozenges. Lozenges. That's a hard word for my Southern to say. Lozenges. Lozenges. Maybe I should say it that way. Lozenges. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, that vocal fry, totally. Message with your voice after a minute, for sure. Oh, it's funny. Pickle Tink, thanks for the fun there. Tuck and Megan, do y'all think BB be bugged out? That was a question asked before. Like I said, I think it's a liability issue, not necessarily for that, but I would think if he has indeed, again, they're posting from there. But if he has bugged out, I think it is a liability thing. I think that's the one thing he's allergic to, you know. So if he bugs out, that's what it's over. Sassy, what's up? Thanks for the 5. Making it rain. That's right. Rain in time for future Tuck avatar videos of you twerking and on a pole, doing it better than Lynette ever could. I know, man. That's what I'm saying. It's if you ever want to get married, by the way, you need a gun and umbrella mask to do it for you. Just remember that, okay, folks? I do have my license, so I can get you married. And I'll do it better than they ever would have. So much fun there. Hey, what's up? By the way, Cheryl. Cheryl sent over 5. Thank you for that. Best nightly entertainment ever, it says. Thank you, Cheryl. That is awesome of you. I enjoy being, like I said, hanging out with y'all. Oh my God, there's more ghillie suits being sent over, by the way. I'm putting them in. I'll show them to you in a minute. Oh no. There's some ghillie suits in cardboard box. That's good. And I got a memorial one too. You want to see those? You want to see the memorial one? Too. You know, it is sad they've used these people's memorial, and they've used give me 1 minute. Here's these. The memorial one didn't come through yet. I'm gonna have to see if it'll save it. Look, there you go, hide now. Oh, look. Oh yeah, we got the skies on, and that one too. The squirrels. That's why the squirrels have been attacking. That's funny. We even had the squirrel attachment. You all keep going, making those memorial ones, though. They're really funny. Because the memorial thing has become a meme. You know, they keep telling you the memorial's coming. Oh, by the way, it's only waiting on specific people. You know, once one of the ecosystem folks gets better, then they can have a memorial thing or whatever. Are you kidding me? You know, they also say the excuse for it. They also said the reason they did it is because Jeremy Hales stole the prior memorial. Now, again, they have been trying to double down on that, and they want people to forget their prior memorial they're talking about was a no trespassing sign and a stick with a plastic flower attached, a giant stick. They make it sound like they had some thousands of dollars in memorial, but they put up something on contested property to gaslight someone, and we don't even know what happened with it. Again, we don't have proof of what happened, but they say that somehow in some way he cared about the stick. Amazing, isn't it? Check this one out. This is the here's the memorial. The memorial is gone mud now. Look at that. That's awesome. Can somebody explain, by the way, what's up with all the duck thing? So I keep seeing cars that have all these ducks in them, rubber ducks. Like, why is that? Can somebody tell me why? Like, is that some kind of trend that started off of something? I don't understand that. But I'll go down like to Murfreesboro, and I'll see cars, and they'll have their dashboards lined with rubber ducks. And I've only started seeing that within the last year, so I didn't know what caused that. Tinsel, thanks for the 20 there too to help repair your throat after all this I know, man. I know it's killing. Indeed. So it's a Jeep thing. Okay. So it's a Jeep thing. I had a Jeep back in the day. I still have it outside. It belonged at one time to my dad, my stepfather, but my dad. And I ended up getting the vehicle from him when he couldn't drive anymore. The vehicle, it's a 2002. I don't even know if it can run anymore, but I would rather make it a planter in my yard than to ever give it up. So I have one, but I've not gotten a new one. I love the old ones. But I didn't know what the duck thing. I'm glad y'all said that. I wasn't sure where that came from. Tracy, thanks for the 10 there. Appreciate that. For your breadsticks. Loving those breadsticks, baby. Thank you. That's much appreciated. That was terrible singing too, but thank you. DTG. Hey, what's up, DTG? Thanks for the 5. The breadstick train went off the toot rails. Indeed. The breadstick train. Oh man, but it was fun tonight. It was. I thought the ghillie suit and stuff was really funny. Tammy dropped 5 there. Hey Tammy, thank you for that. Again, it doesn't have a statement, but it is a big statement. Thank you for backing the channel. Thank you for being here. Much appreciated. Bug Naked, thanks for the 5 or the 2. I said 5. Look, I can count. If the little one was here, she'd be like, 5? What? That's a 2. Thanks for the 2 there. Libs tells the dispatcher she's bald. Oh my God. Just the absurdity through the whole thing. You got to admit that was a great one, right? You all were entertained, yes. On to you. Thanks for the 5 there. I think it would be helpful / funny to find your district court case to her current federal court case where she's trying to get her new or their law license back. Yes, indeed. I think that if she is applying in New York, that's another reason that I'm really surprised. Like, I think that might be the reason that she suddenly said that she was not practicing any type of law with Doritos. She changed her message over. I would say too little too late, but that would be interesting to note. Tammy, thanks for the 5. Hey, Tug. I heard today they've only got the call from Ohio. Yes, that indeed did. They've been whining and complaining about it. Again, there is a voice recording. And you can take their articles, look at them in the archive, because people archive their articles, and go and check out the voice recording that he put up where he's yelling at the police officer. It's pretty funny. It is. Between that and finding out paint chips, that whole thing where They were looking at him because of a potential protective order violation. All of that is pretty entertaining. All right. Thanks for the 2. Lips reminds me of LO with the 911 call. Sheesh. Oh, yeah. Wait till you get to them. They'll really remind you of that at the end. You know, they do. They very much do. And I mean, the absurdity to them again. Kat, hey, thanks for the 34 months, Kat. Thank you. Love both you guys. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you, Kat. Thank you for being here. You're always appreciated. Thank you. Wanda, thanks for the fun there. My uncle passed away and been in the dumps. Well, hello to you too. That's my bad. I saw the time, but it took me a minute to process. My uncle passed away, been in the dumps. My cousin's pitiful. And so is her mom, my aunt. Please keep family in prayer. Indeed. Indeed. You know, with that stuff, and it's okay to feel, you know, when you're feeling like that, one of the things that helps in the beginning, because it sets it helps your mind process. Go find the things that you loved about these people. Like if you have photographs or anything that are, you know, they're positives, they remind you of positive memories. Go put those together and you can commemorate a person. Right now, the sadness is fun. It's natural, you know. It's okay to miss people. And you will keep missing them. But you want to be able to remember why you miss them, you know. Because over time, what you want to be able to remember is it wasn't them passing away. It was all of the positive impact that they had. And over time, you remember that, like with my father, you know, my stepfather. When I look back now, I miss him on certain things, like King of the Hill coming back. He and I used to watch King of the Hill together. It was fun. I enjoyed a lot of, you know, that a lot. And I was like, man, he would enjoy seeing this again. But, you know, there's all these positives that you can put together and that commemorates the life. But love to you, love to your family. You know, I know those are hard moments. Loss is definitely that way. And if it goes, remember, if you need help to talk to a professional, that it's okay to feel like that as well. Talk to somebody that, you know, that can tell you it is okay. Sometimes you need that in your life. Never feel like you can't reach out for professional help too. But love to you. James, thanks for the 5 there. I love you guys as a team. Yes, indeed. We have a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun with live streams like that. I'm glad Megan got to cover her on that. I knew she couldn't resist this weekend, by the way. I knew she wouldn't be able to. There's been too much that's happened in the last couple of days. I was like, there's no way. She knows this is coming. She knows what that sounds like. There's no way she can't resist the siren song of the 911 call. I saw the chat side. He says that there's no way she's going to avoid. Then the vocal fry came out and bam. I loved it. That was great. Joe, thanks for the 16 months there. Hey, guys. Well, hey there to you. So, Joan, I hope you're doing great. It's good to see you there. Thank you. Bunsen, what's up, Bunsen? Rockin' Stone, thanks for the 5 there. Remember, every lawyer in Florida knows this case. The judge emailed them all. Oh, so crazy, man. You know, a lot of lawyers very much do know lips and Doritos, it sounds like, though. When you have, how many law firms can you have that know your name before you become a laughing stock? Like when 12 law firms and 16 lawyers, you're facing liability from them. How long before like that community, they look at you like some kind of pariah, you know? They're like, ugh, it's them again. Right a chick, thanks for the fun there. I'm going through a big medical scare right now. Again, I'm so scared it's not funny because I'm alone. It angers me how they went after George. Well, Risa, you are not, first of all, remember, there are a lot of people that enjoy you. I see you around. There are a lot of people that are there. And there are plenty of people, if you need something, talk. But with this, that what you're saying there, that I'm alone and everything, again, that is the perfect time to talk to somebody like a professional. Because people can help and give you an ear. but a professional can actually help you. Like that's the difference. And when you're saying things, look, I'm facing this, I'm facing it alone, that's a support that I think you probably need in your life too. But remember, people do care about you, and they do appreciate it, and they do love you, you know? And yes, it is terrible what they did with George. I thought that when that played out, it wasn't just the people with the microphones. I got a real feel for some of these disgusting dirt bags. That's why some of these ecosystemers that are just entrenched, some of the stuff they've done, you know, again, you don't have to have empathy for people you don't like. Like for me, again, I don't wish ill, but again, you know, with a Scott Stark, like I said, that guy, he wanted to ruin my life too. And with that, I don't forget that. So if they don't want to like, that's fine. But the way they treated illness, especially like Bruce, what a piece of shit. And he knew it was bad. Remember how Bruce tried to backtrack off of what he did? Because I remember it very well. And then it became okay for them because they had some loudmouth piece of garbage who works as PR that was yelling and saying, you know, it's okay to do that. So it became okay for them. But never let them forget. You know, they're trash. They always have been, and they always will be. But again, love to you. Like I said, don't think you're alone. And again, if you feel like that, especially if it gets to be something that's driving, and that fear is natural. I mean, all of those feelings are natural there, but just you make sure that in that you can get an ear from people, but sometimes you need more, and don't be afraid to seek that out. Risa, thank you for the not lunatic, not evil. That's funny. Thanks for the 2 new names for lips. Lynette, Lipnet like Lynette. That's funny. It's a lip and Lynette. That's funny. That's crazy. She called 911. She's gonna be like, they 911. They're calling me Lipnet. Oh my God. That's too good. Didsel, thanks for the 2 months there. Loved another stream. Worth getting up on a Sunday morning. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Yes, I know we have time zones all over the world, dude. I'm glad you all tune in. Every show is fun. Tomorrow, like I said, we will start about 3 hours earlier than typical. So we will start up, what is that, about 4 my time. That's what I'm probably looking at. And, you know, Hale's, he goes at 7 my time. So my normal slot, I'll start up a few hours early, and we'll talk about that whole John Cook thing. I think that's well worth covering because he's threatening myself. He's threatening Megan, and if he wants to make threats, that's fine. I'll dedicate time to talking about him, you know? And thanks for the $5 for this, but not a monthly charge. Well, you don't have to do anything, Pete. Anything at all. You don't have to at all, you know. So don't worry about that at all. You all, you remember that. If you want to support, other people will too. If you feel like, you know, like if it cuts into your life, don't do that. You know, if you have an entertainment budget and we're entertaining, then support us. But it's always appreciated there. But yeah, monthly, that's not. In fact, there are people that give away monthlies. If you're in the chat all the time, oftentimes people get hit with those free, you know, the free ones. I cannot give away. So I was talking to somebody else, and apparently the memberships where you give them away, like some channels can, I can't. I'm not set up for it. Like not every channel can. So apparently I couldn't, or I would give away like, you know, 10 or 15 a month. You know, I think that's what the limit is, but I'm not even set up to give away. But I don't feel like that. But thank you, Tug, for all the laughs with these idiots and love you and the kids. Well, thank you. You being here matters. That's you know, if you want to help out, you tell people we're live. You show up and you're part of something. It's your channel too. So I appreciate you. Rach, thanks for the fun. Password change is my guess. I maybe that's the thing I used to stepkids had no internet at night. Otherwise, they'd stay up. Well, that makes sense too. I mean, that does. It's just after a while, she as wild as she is, I don't blame him for having things set up. Like, again, you saw what she did with unfettered internet access. It's hard for me to believe that he didn't want to cut that internet access off then. Like, if he's a person that does that, see, this is the one problem I have with it, where she's saying he's cutting off my internet access. Help. Look at the craziness that she did, the legal liability that she worked up for him and for her. And that they want to play that. I mean, that's crazy. Risa, thanks for the fun there. Did Bond get her book today? Today, there's no mail came through today. I don't know. I think they had a delivery person that's sick over at the post office. This is how small the post office is over here. Okay. So we were going to pick up today and they were closed. So they have a staff of 1 to 2 over at the little post office over here. So they only do a half day or whatever, for the PO box, but I couldn't even get in there today. So it may have delivered today, but I will check Monday. But yeah, I don't know if the guy was sick. I totally forgot to mention that too, because I told people I would go over there, but I don't know. Like, he had a sickness last year. That's what happens when you live somewhere small. It's small when your like satellite post office is closed down because somebody gets sick. They do a weird thing too. So they don't open till noon. All right. Like, except on Saturdays, but most days they don't open until noon. All right. Now at noon they have a lunch break, so they actually don't open till 1. Isn't that weird? Yeah, we're open at noon. Hey, by the way, we're closed for lunch. What? How's that work? I kind of love it. I love that. I love that the postal people. I love our postal guy over here too. He's the nicest dude. We get some crazy stuff, and he never complains about anything. It's just he's always entertaining. William, thanks for the fun there. Man, Mom, please find a mirror so you can describe what you're wearing. what a baboon's rear ends. So tell you. It's bad when she's like, I'm wearing red, blue, white. I've got an ultra tight bodysuit on. It's like, no. Oh, I don't need that in my life. Lady Badger, thanks for that. So it's a Jeep thing. I even found a stuffed duck on my last cruise. Complete with password. That's funny. I gave it to a little girl standing close by because she was in awe. That's hilarious. That is. That's absolutely hilarious. We see them out. The girls, they point them out. They'll see dashboards full of them. So I had wondered. I'm glad y'all noted that. I had no idea what the heck that was about. I always forget about it. I always mean to look it up when I get home, and I just forget about it. So I'm glad they got mentioned. Yeah. Rider Chick, thanks for the 5 there, dude. You'll see ducks on Jeeps because it's a way to say hi, to spread joy, sense of community, and appreciation for a cool ride. I'll look up the story. It's not. I'll have to look it up then. Like I said, I'll look up ducks and Jeeps just to see how that came up. That's funny. Rizil, I like this. This is funny. Did her husband change her password from 12345 to 54321 just to mess with her? Indeed. He's like, hey babe, we turned it into your credit score. Oh my God. It's negative 7,427. Oh. So weird, man. Blake, thank you for the 2 months there. Thanks for the fun stream as always. Love the community made. Well, appreciate that. Yeah, and like I said, I appreciate all of you for sure. I appreciate you. Again, give love to the mods. Mods deserve it as well. Like I said, we don't do that enough. That's why I wanted to do that today, because the only time mods get noticed is if there's a problem. And they're very rarely problems ever. And even when there are, they're not problems with them. It's a problem with me. It's like a rule setup or something that, like I need to adjust. So it's not usually ever anything with them. It's usually something, like I said, it's something that I need to tweak. But they do a great job. They do. They keep it clean for the kids. They keep it enjoyable for us. Remember when Storage Boy, he wanted to come over here? They did their best to raid and disrupt. And Modge just shut them down completely. God, see, that stuff was funny. It was beautimous. So I always remember that. But like I said, loved them. Let's see. Is there anything else? I think I'm good. All right. Well, I'm going to end it here. I appreciate you folks, and we'll see you. Thank you.